afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. The World Series starts tonight as the Blue Jays welcome the Dodgers at 8. LA's Blake Snell faces Toronto rookie Trey Savage. Jays seek their first title since 1993, while the Dodgers look to be baseball's first repeat champs since the 98, 99, and 2000 Yankees. NHL, the 3-3 Blue Jackets look to win 3 straight when they host the 5-2 Capitals at 7. Hear it on the Fan at 6:30. NBA, the 0-1 Cavaliers visit the 0-1 Nets at 7:30. Around the league, 3-time All-Star DeAndre Jordan is signing a 1-year deal with the Pelicans for his 18th season. Final Capital Fort of Columbus High School game of the week as Olentangy hosts Olentangy Berlin at 7 on the Fan 2. Catch high school overtime after. This update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus a special rate on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
So where's the office, back at Division? Yeah, in the office, baby. Going up.
And here we go. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Rothman and Ice. I'm Matty Ice. TLC is in the house doing his thing per usual. And to my right today, folks, I am being joined by 2 former Buckeye wide receivers. DeVier Posey, a.k.a. Depot, in the building. And Dane Sanzenbacher has joined the party. Fellas, happy Football Friday. Welcome in. I'm excited. How we feeling today?
Matt, I didn't know that's how you guys did the intro.
Got you going on a Friday.
Is that every time?
That's every Friday. We do that.
That's kind of
Yeah.
I was just that caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. I was giving it the ugly face.
Yeah, that mean mug, that good mean mug. I was looking at DeVier because I was thinking, because DeVier's done that. He's done this a few times.
Yeah.
And that was a thought of mine this morning, is I can't wait to see Dane's reaction to
I knew it
our
was hers
Friday
as soon as I heard, so we going to the office?
Yeah, and then you get that instrumental behind it, man. Look, I'm so happy to have you guys in. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. As always, we appreciate your time. We got a lot to get into, which we will. If you don't know, the 3 of us host a pregame show on Saturday mornings to get you ready for Ohio State. So if there's a noon game, the 3 of us are cooking at 6:30 in the morning. So we are here for you. Fellas, thank you for your time. I know you guys got busy schedules. Dane, how's the week been, man? You doing all right?
It's great.
Good.
Yeah. Got the little one at home.
Mm-hmm.
She's growing up before our eyes. So I'm not sleeping as well as normal, but I was well rested last night knowing that I had my big noon kickoff, my big noon debut. I've never done the Matty Ice show
Friday.
before.
No,
I feel like I'm on his turf right now. We do our pregame show, and it feels like our show.
right.
But this feels like Matt's show.
This is his show. This is our turf together.
I'm just
right
like,
here,
I'm trying to stay out of the way.
now. No,
I don't know how this works.
You know what you're doing. We'll have a good time today. That's for sure. Depot, how's the week been, man?
Man, I've been all right, man. I think I've crossed over in the full fall just because, like the DJ Khaled, congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got sick this week, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I walked right into it. Just walked right into it. Trying to continue the golf Wednesdays. Yeah, I walked right into a amoxicillin Thursday and a long Friday morning.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm.
But you're here though.
I'm bouncing back.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, make sure you use hand sanitizer. There it is.
There it is.
Use hand sanitizer.
Oh, it's here.
It's that time.
We got it on deck.
There it is.
You know me. I was coming in here prior to the show kicking off, and I'm wiping down everything, and Dane's looking at me like, are you?
It's that time.
See, that was another part of you don't wipe down like everything before our pregame shows.
Yes, I do.
You do? Maybe I just don't.
Yeah, I do.
When I come in 2 minutes before we start, I probably missed that part.
We're coming in hot sometimes.
Oh, my goodness. No, this is a thing, Dane, I've been doing for years. So I'm a germaphobe. So, like, any of this stuff, I'm crazy about that type of stuff. So, yeah, we got the Clorox wipes on deck. We got hand sanitizer on deck. And also what we have on deck is lunch, thanks to Firehouse Subs, because they came through and absolutely blessed everybody with a nice spread. Depot, we got some sandwiches, chips, everything. everything.
Absolutely, I am.
You're a savvy vet at this radio thing at this point to where you can get away with it. So, yeah, thanks to Firehouse Subs for coming through because it's a tremendous spread, and I know everybody's out there enjoying lunch right now. TLC, what's going on in your world, man? How you feeling today?
Oh, just polishing off my sub over here.
Okay.
Hoping that I don't choke on the air. Because you know how I feel about eating right before you go on the air.
Polishing off is not a term I love.
What? I'm just finishing it up. That's all I'm saying. I've had almost all of it.
You walked right into that one. You know how Dane is, man.
It's just not a term that I love to hear.
No, it's okay.
It's loud in my headphones.
It's okay.
Just a reminder for everybody, if you miss anything from our show, don't worry. You can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. All you have to do is type in Rothman and Ice, everything we do from noon to 3. We'll be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the podcast as well. Bet365 is the official sponsor of the Rothman and Ice podcast. Here's what we have for you guys today. 1:30 as always on a Friday. We will do college football picks. We will talk to Tim May in the Buckeye Bulletin at 1:45. 2:30 for our big game preview this week. We're going to talk to Ray Fittipaldo, who covers the NFL and Steelers for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Aaron Rodgers taking on Green Bay this week. We'll lock in on that. A couple former Buckeyes on the roster. We'll check in on Will Howard, Jack Sawyer, and talk some NFL with him at 2:30. But, fellas, we have to start with the story that's kind of dominating the sports world right now, and it is this betting scandal that has taken over the sports world, the NBA specifically. So if you missed it, on Thursday, Chauncey Billups, head coach for the Portland Trail Blazers, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, and a former NBA player and coach Damon Jones were indicted in a pair of sweeping federal investigations into illegal sports betting and rigged poker games. On Terry Rozier's side of things, he is being allegedly accused of helping people out with prop bets and betting on the unders and those things.
For his personal performance.
Performance. For Chauncey Billups, he was arrested in Oregon, and he is being charged in a separate indictment alleging a wide-ranging scheme to rig underground poker games that were backed by mafia families. And so before you guys give your take, TLC, do you have the soundbite from the FBI and when they did their press conference yesterday? This is about Terry Rozier and some of the information they found out about him as an active player in the NBA.
Players altered their performance or took themselves out of games to make sure that those bets paid out. One example occurred on March 23rd, 2023 in Charlotte. Terry Rozier, an NBA player now with the Miami Heat, but at the time playing for the Hornets, allegedly let others close to him know that he planned to leave the game early with a supposed injury. Using that information, members of the group placed more than $200,000 in wagers on his under statistics. Rozier exited the game after just 9 minutes, and those bets paid out, generating tens of thousands of dollars in profit. The proceeds were later delivered to his home, where the group counted their cash. As the NBA season tips off, his career is already benched, not for injury, but for integrity.
So there we are. That's the Terry Rozier side of it. And then Chauncey Billups, obviously, there's just a lot to unpack here. I know we were texting back and forth, and we wanted to get into this. Depot, I'll let you start. What are your thoughts on this whole situation?
I think initially the shock of how abrupt the news was yesterday is what caught me off guard. Just the announcement on ESPN, watching, Good Morning Football, was it Greenberg and
the whole
Hawkins,
crew, Shefty and all those guys.
Just kind of shook and just like, hey, just trying to process it on air. And then at the same time, ESPN live bet, it goes away off of the graphic. Like that was kind of like cool. That was like, hey guys, like get that off of there. Yeah. Because that has to come down. But when you're talking about, Dane, like, the level of these poker games, and trust me, I had a fun rabbit hole last night. It was pretty good. It put me to sleep, and that's my thing.
Yeah, it took your mind off the comment that's coming after us.
Yep, I do that at night. Like,
I gotta go somewhere.
I go deep. So I'm down there, and I'm seeing all this stuff about the tools that they use for these poker games.
Yeah,
glasses that can see the back of the card. They had marked cards. And Chauncey Billups, like the word they used, this is the head coach of the Trailblazers. He's luring. Like, lure is such a strong, like, shady word that he was luring victims in there, and it was only one person that was the victim. And it was just like the whole group. And it's just like that side of it is so
It'll be
crazy.
interesting to watch that part play out because it's like, I understand that, but like there's levels to that. Like if he showed up to one event because it was like, oh, we got Chauncey Billups here to get somebody else to come. I'm not saying it's right, but that's different than like a whole scheme that he's involved in as like a side hustle. It's all really weird just given these guys day jobs. I'll say that. Like Chauncey, like I don't know when you would have that much time to do all this or what your financial situation is that I'm sure he did plenty well for himself.
He's on a head coach salary.
Real quick, he just got an extension in the spring from the Portland Trailblazers.
Right. So there's the decision-making part of like, why are you even messing around with these guys?
So do you think it's like, because they mentioned Mafia, right? And then you wonder, well,
I heard one part of it was like they liked having the name Chauncey Billups like associated. So whether he was involved in like if he had like X-ray contacts in or whatever, I don't know. But
these X-ray machines, these X-ray shuffling machines,
and they had the decks. Whether it was just like he was lending credibility to the game, and they were just kind of using his name for that. I don't know. It is a weird one because it's outside of the NBA scandal. Like that's its own personal thing. Yeah, the NBA one, that one's going to be really hard. That type of situation is going to be really hard to counter. The one where like
you got to take props out.
Well, I don't know if you're going to do it all together, but like the Rozier, like you're going to tell your buddies if you're not playing, it's just going to happen. I think the fatal flaw with that one is why they put $200,000. That's just way too much. Yeah.
It's a huge red flag.
I'm not saying that you should go and use that information, but it's going to be almost impossible to stop every player of influence. Like if you're going to have prop bets on absolute random players from not telling his friend, cousin, doorman, whatever, that they're not playing or that they're going to go out early or whatever it is. I mean, it was a little bit more shady than that, but that's going to be a hard one to police. Yeah, you could mess with the prop bet rules. I'm sure we will. Like we're in a new time of betting where it's on every other ad and billions are being poured into the industry. So this is one of the kinks.
It's wild. It's absolutely wild. And now people are digging in on the history of Terry Rozier's side of things and his play over the last 2 years. I looked it up before the show yesterday. Prior to him coming to Miami, his last year was Charlotte. The dude averaged 23. The last 2 years in Miami, it went to 16 and 10. And so now you have that and some of the evidence. We were talking before the show, Depot, about some of the lowlights, right, from games that he was playing and just terrible passes and just shots that it looked
the in-between play reaction, he was overreacting.
Oh, yeah, when he did the head bag.
Yeah, it was bad. And so, this is obviously a massive story. So many things to unpack here. And these aren't the only 2 to 3 guys that are involved in this. They're saying it's almost 30 people that are involved in this whole scheme. So
it's like a who's next thing, right?
Sure.
Like, and then also the thing I wanted to mention, the NBA had no knowledge of this, and it came on the morning after the first game, right? Like they gave the Thunder the rings the next morning. This is on the news. Yeah.
Well, it's so early, as far as I know, or from what I've heard or read so far. That game, like one of the Terry Rozier games, was investigated by the NBA, and they cleared him.
They cleared.
There was irregular betting, and obviously the apps are really good at picking that up. But they cleared him, and I think FBI came back in and say, "Whoa, not so fast."
Yeah. Well, the NBA is being invested, like the league is, and I don't know if you saw that.
They really got to tighten the screws on this.
Tighten it up.
The NBA, this is the last thing they needed after the Tim Donaghy situation. When you had a ref messing around with games years ago.
Can I be honest? I'm watching the SGA game, and it goes into we had 2 back-to-back overtime games. Man, I'm looking at it a little shady now. Not trusting.
I know people. Andrew Nembhard leaves the game early last night after a half, and people are losing credibility. And that's what we can't have.
Right.
That's what the league can't have. Is us questioning the integrity of the sport. That's when things get dicey. Coming up, Todd McShay is putting the football world on notice about one specific Buckeye. Who is it? We'll let you hear it next. It's Rothman and Ice right here on the Fan.
Let's see. High school, Buckeyes, Browns, kids in the retention pond. It must be Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Football is good. The Fan.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Save big on select varieties of Kroger brand cheese. 6 to 8 ounce packs are only $1.79 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, it's Anthony for Orthopedic One. I'm not invincible anymore. I never was, but I refuse to punt on things I still love to do. That's why over the past several years, when I've had things creep up, like back pain, shoulder issue, elbow problem, I've had it all, I've always chosen Orthopedic One. That's because Orthopedic One is Ohio's largest physician-owned orthopedic practice with 60 physicians in every specialty. Find a physician or location near you at orthopedic1.com. Orthopedic One. This is where you go to get better.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Football season's heating up, and so are the deals at Germain Toyota. Right now, drive home a rugged 2025 Toyota Tacoma with 2.99% APR for up to 48 months, or go big with the all-new 2026 Toyota Tundra, also 2.99 APR for up to 72 months. Built tough, built smart, built for whatever your game day brings. Find your next Toyota at Germain Toyota at the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or start your next adventure online at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus. See dealer for details.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked. And if some of the numbers you pick match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sports skidball or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Wake up and laugh with the Bob and Tom Show on the Fan 2.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
It says here they've won 5 Marconi Awards. I can't even spell Marconi. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Bob and Tom Show. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Expect skies to be mostly sunny on this Friday after such a cold start, but still this afternoon we will struggle to get into the mid to upper 50s. As we go into tonight, partly cloudy and cold again with lows right around freezing. And then for Saturday, patchy frost in the morning, turning into partly sunny skies in the afternoon and highs in the mid to upper 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Matty promises he'll continue to do the show even if he wins the lottery. If only we believed him. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
That you are. Welcome back in. Happy Football Friday to you, Matty Ice. Being joined today by Dane Sanzenbacher, DeVier Posey, both those guys filling in for AR. We might actually check in with AR at the top of the hour because AR is going to Bloomington for the IU game. So we'll get his feel on that.
Oh, yeah.
And some other stuff.
AR is a big
he
IU
is.
guy.
I can't wait. He can't wait to hear your take, honestly, on IU. So I gave him a little taste of it yesterday, a little appetizer of Dane's take about IU, but he wants to hear directly from you. So we'll do that.
I'm fair.
At 1 o'clock. Buckeyes on bye this week, but they're going into their second bye now with obviously a whole bunch of confidence, but more importantly, a quarterback that is just growing right before our eyes and seems to be really figuring things out in front of everyone. So I want you guys to hear from Todd McShay, guy we all know, breaks down all the prospects. He's locked in on these guys week in and week out and studying all the film. Here is where Todd is after Julian's latest performance.
Consider this your warning. I didn't know until October 19th when I actually sat down and watched the tape. Buy Julian Sayin stock now. This is my PSA. He's still inexperienced. No, it's not a complete product at this point. But it is a stock that is ascending, and we're watching it right now. And I think because we have Georgia, Ole Miss, and we have all like Alabama, Tennessee, and USC, Notre Dame, and Ohio State's schedule just isn't. It isn't that. It's kind of flying under the radar. They're playing noon games or 3:30 kicks, and it's Wisconsin, and they're not in the spotlight like Ohio State typically was. Ohio State really hasn't been in the spotlight since week 1 against Texas in terms of like big time opponent, challenge, all that. But it doesn't mean that when you see growth, you see growth. It doesn't mean that the opponent defines whether the player is growing or not. And I'm telling you, Julian Sayin is growing. And he's growing. It was a slow up the hill, cautious. Let's make sure we have our footing. And the last couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, it has been kind of started a slow jog to a borderline sprint in terms of his ascent.
We're going into another week of college football, and Julian Sayin is still number 1 in the country in completion percentage at 80%. 80%, which is crazy. Vegas has now woken up to their belief in him winning the Heisman. He's got the 3rd best odds to win the Heisman right now at plus 400. You guys just heard from Todd McShay about what he's seeing as far as growth and those things. Dane, what have you seen from game 1 to where we are now from Julian Sayin?
A lot of what he said. I think we talked about it on our, as we've progressed through the season in our pregame show. It was definitely week 1 was, okay, this is protected. This is like, we don't want him to lose the game for us, but we think we have a good enough team. But with that, I think we walked out of that game saying you could have put more on him. And I think Coach Day even said we could have put more on him. Mm-hmm. But you just don't know. And every week has been a little bit more of that. He's consistently performed. And I think even through week 3, it was kind of sneaky. I mean, we would come in here and do the show and be like, wait, those are some numbers. That's pretty good. So I think we're at a point now where, it's not he's being protected by the system. I think we watched last week's game, and we won't get a chance to recap it tomorrow, but you're watching something, you're like, oh, those are both numbers. Those are great. I think it always came down for him so far, great decisions. But, I think that growth has been something that is going to help him throughout the year. I don't really even look at the Heisman as being a benchmark. With a guy this young, too, I'm looking at, full career. What is he going to look like as a Buckeye? It's a good place to be sitting.
No doubt. Depot, what are you saying right now?
Yeah, man, I think the thing about football, it's a very hard game. It's very hard. And I always say, I caution, regular viewers of the game, when it looks easy, it's for real. Because the guys that fall on their feet, the guys that stumble, kind of, losing balance in the pocket, making, bad decisions. This guy has no goof about his game. Mm-hmm. Everything is decisive. Everything is clean. The balls where he plays them, they have placement. Everything has intention behind it. And in terms of if this was a business or a stock, it's not a sexy stock. It's not a sexy business in terms of Julian. He's he just produces, right? It's just something you can look at every quarter and they're like, hey, there's money coming out of this thing. And in terms of him referring to his stock rising, I think the stock is the same. He's been doing this since week 1. Yes, the eyes and the attention is rising towards him, but I mean, he was the backup quarterback for the national championship last year, right? So we as fans, we're starting to see this, and then you hear Ryan Day say, this competition reminds me a lot of Joe Burrow and Dwayne Haskins. You're like, whoa, you skipped over 3 quarterback competitions in between that. Well, 1, you skipped over all of the Justin Fields, competitions and all of the CJ Stroud competitions and go to that one. Well, why that one? Well, those are 2 first-round quarterbacks you're talking about. He's referring to Julian Sayin in that light and manner, and I think we're starting to see it. And those guys were 2 guys up for the Heisman. So, hey, not to say it, but if you look in 614 magazine, I said that these guys would be right here, Had to say it, man.
It was a nice photo shoot, too.
It was,
man. A nice photo shoot.
I'm not surprised, man.
You did it right here at the station.
I'm not surprised about this, man. This dude is He's special.
Yeah, he looks to be absolutely for real. And kind of, Dane, you kind of touched on this. We got a whole nother year of growth to come that will also include Jeremiah Smith next year, right? So that chemistry that they're building, the chemistry that he has with Carnell is great. Carnell's having a monster year with all the big plays. But one of the things that I like about Julian's game is obviously the accuracy, but he's done a good job of taking care of the football. And sometimes, like young quarterbacks, they're just going to stumble into those boneheaded mistakes, right? Seeing things that aren't there, trying to do too much, whatever it is. He's not doing that. We're talking 3 interceptions on the year. All 3 of those interceptions have been at home. Like, he's gone on the road, too, and played really clean football. And so that's what I like. And he just always seems like he's just calm and level-headed.
He's only been sacked 3 times, too.
Right. So he's getting crazy. And I think that's a big deal, too, is the protection that I think is helping his confidence as well. And so last week you just saw it, right? Like the throws on the run, the one touchdown to the left to Carnell Tate, not the one where he dunked on the 2 guys, but
that pass was crazy too.
It was an absolute dot.
It was crazy.
You had the dot from Brandon Ennis on his touchdown as well. And those to me is like he's feeling the pressure. He's getting out of there. He's showing he can throw in the run, but also putting it where it needs to be. And like those 2 touchdowns are big time for me because those guys weren't wide open, right? And so we know when the competition, he did. Like when the competition really goes up to a higher level in the playoff, those type of throws I'm going to remember because when coverage gets a little stickier, now we know that he has the confidence to not only make the throw, but get the throw where it needs to be.
Yeah, man. I think with each week too, Matty, he's gonna like I still haven't seen him celebrate. Right, like he's still like in that mode, and I'm fine with that. Like I'm fine with him being locked in, and we might not see it till next year, but we got one, man. We got one.
And it's a tremendous job of Coach Day in this cycle year in and year out of having it, right? Because sometimes you just look at programs, they've been set back maybe a year or 2 because they haven't had good quarterback play. It's been a pretty consistent run here of knowing that there's an NFL caliber talent under center. To what level in the NFL, we don't know. But you got to love that for a Buckeye fan to know that the most important position is in great hands.
It's kind of been a hallmark of Coach Day's time here, hasn't it? I mean, I think he came in as being a quarterback guy. Yeah. And I think if you can say many things about the teams of the past, how many years has he been here now? 7? 5?
8, yeah. I think this is 8 or 9, yeah.
And we've had consistent quarterback play. You haven't been able to point at and be like, that's the issue. This team's a quarterback away. I don't think we've said that. Yeah. So, I mean, I think we've become used to it. Getting one that's this young, man, I think looking at the greater college landscape when it's going to be a game of getting a veteran, getting a guy that's got one good year, the benefit you have of having a young guy and being able to grow him from within. This was always the plan. You don't know how well it's going to work out. I think at this point in the season, you've got to be pretty happy with how this is working out so far.
Dan, does this put you back on like recruiting track? Like think about like the errors, and we kind of had gaps there where we had to go and get those transferred. Like we had to get Will, and then we lost Kyle McCord. When you have time to develop a guy you recruited 3-4 years,
it's the ideal. I think you'd rather have that. I think they would say we'd rather have that than have to get a guy. But I think they've done a good job on the recruiting trail too. I mean, there's guys in the stable behind Julian. I think there will continue to be. So there's
nice different ways you can go about it. Like you look at Oregon the last couple of years, they've had success with guys transferring.
We had success with
We had it for 1 year, right? Indiana's having it, or you could look at Bama right now. Like a guy like Ty Simpson's waited his time, and now he's ball.
And I think just from a coaching, recruiting standpoint, like not saying anything, but like I look at it like NFL. Like I would rather have drafted talent do well and play through contracts than free agents, right? When it's transactional. And when things go south, free agent wise, it's kind of out the window. So, yeah, I'm totally with this development, man. Developed here.
On deck for Julian is Penn State next week at home. High noon kick for that. That means the 3 of us will be on the air at 6:30 a.m. next Saturday. Coming up in 2 minutes, we are going to play a game of How Well Do You Know Your Former Teammate with Dane and DeVier. So don't move. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this. Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose, so you could turn turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, totals, or player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet just $5. It's the only betting app I use. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
Bobcat Enterprises says thank you for your support as they celebrate 50 years of serving the construction industry. Established in 1975 in Cincinnati, Bobcat Enterprises has expanded to 9 stores to meet you where you are in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. Find equipment for any construction project, including compact track loaders and excavators. Plus, Bobcat Enterprises rents compact equipment and attachments. Find current specials and locations at bobcatent.com or follow Bobcat Enterprises Inc. on Facebook. Bobcat Enterprises, 50 years working for you.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
All month long at Twin Peaks, celebrate National Dessert Month with sweet endings like our Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cheesecake topped with rum chata sauce, or the Twin Peaks Sundae with a warm Ghirardelli brownie. Pair it with a Screwball peanut butter whiskey for the ultimate game day finish. Twin Peaks Eats, Drinks, Scenic Views.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The best teams don't always win titles. Sounds like AR and Maddie bragging about their fantasy teams.
Hey, that's cheating.
This is Rothman and Ice.
Welcome back in. Happy Friday to you. Thanks for your time. Dane Sanzenbacher, DeVier Posey in the house for our guy AR. We'll have overs and unders for you next. Top of the hour, AR will check in with us on his way to Bloomington to check out the Hoosiers and the Bruins. So when I knew you guys were coming in, and you guys will be back on Monday, so we'll double dip with Dane and DeVier and have you guys on a reaction Monday. That will include Adam King. He joins us every Monday at 1:30. So you know that.
And phone calls.
And phone calls. Yes.
Shout out to the fish to the chest.
Yes.
Can't
and
forget that.
I'm glad, TLC, you brought this up because we've been doing a new segment over the last couple of weeks called The Floor is Yours. And so if you're not hip to this, you guys have a chance to call in Mondays at 1 o'clock. We let the listeners just, hey, Bengals, Browns, Buckeyes, family stuff, whatever you want to get off your chest. You got something to get off your chest, hit us up. So you guys will be a part of that on Monday as well. But right now, we're going to play a game of how well do you know your former teammate? So I have questions for DeVier.
Oh.
TLC has questions for Dane. So my questions for DeVier will be about Dane's career and vice versa.
Nice.
DeVier, you ready to go?
Absolutely. I think I know almost everything.
All right, so we're alternating this, right?
We
One and one?
1 and 1. We
All
will alternate these things. So, did some research on our boy Dane.
Yep.
Dane made first team All-State his junior year. Is that correct, Dane? Okay, good. We're off to a pretty good start. How many interceptions did Dane have that
In
year?
high school, you're talking.
Your junior year, I believe, based off of this research. Multiple choice.
Okay.
Was it 4, 9, 7, or 11?
Dane had 11 interceptions. Yep. I think that was a crazy stat about him.
Off to a great start.
Bucknuts Magazine had his Toledo Central Catholic in
Ohio
there.
State just with the shamrock
With
on
the
it.
shamrock on it. And they talked about just as impressive as he was on offense. I think he had 10 touchdowns on offense. How many you have that year?
I don't know, man.
He had just as
You're
many
reading the
interceptions.
magazines.
He had just as many interceptions.
Okay, so you're 1 for 1.
Yeah.
You got it right. TLC?
I feel like you're going to be better than me at this.
Here we go.
Okay, Dane. Let's start off with one that I think could be gettable with how long have you guys known each other? 2008?
7. He knew me in 2000. I knew him in 2007. He acts like he didn't know me in 2008, but he knew I was coming in. But it's cool. 2008.
2008.
All right. Let's start easier and work our way difficult. What is DeVier's middle name?
Give me a letter. Give me a letter. Give me a letter to start with.
S.
Oh, I don't know.
Dang.
You don't know mine.
I don't think I know yours either.
18 years of friendship down
All right,
the drain.
what
just
is
like
it?
that.
You thought that was easy?
Stewart.
Stewart?
Yeah, Stewart.
Stop it.
EW.
It's really Stewart. Yeah. I said it on the radio.
I am
now
blown.
everybody knows.
I am blown away.
Yeah. But Stewart?
I didn't think a Stewart was going to follow up DeVier.
Right. Right. Trust me. I was
would have
confused growing
never
up, too.
guessed that. I thought you were going to say like Saint Laurent or something was
Trust
his
me.
full name.
Trust me. I showed up to.
DeVier Saint Laurent.
Yeah, I showed up to Catholic school with a dashiki on. Like I was confused too.
Ah,
Yeah,
see, I thought
man.
it was DeVier, not Stewart.
Okay, back to me. This is for you, DeVier.
Yeah.
Dane caught a touchdown on his first career reception in college. Who was the opponent that day?
Oh, you weren't here yet. That's right.
Oh, I was a recruit.
I'll give you a hint. We were trying to throw some cash to an in-state team.
Was it Youngstown State?
There it is. Debo's 2 for 2,
Let's
baby.
go.
Debo 2 for 2. Cooking out of the gate. All right, TLC, what do you got for
Okay,
Dane?
speaking of, Dane, DeVier's lone NFL touchdown came against which team?
Oh, against. All right, well, I can...
It was a very anticlimactic touchdown because it was ruled an incompletion that was then overturned, so he was not able to celebrate.
It was a challenge.
They were also losing by many scores, so that they also couldn't celebrate for that reason.
How about...
Oh, man. We both
I thought he was going to give it to me. It's another question in the middle of Cincinnati.
New England.
He's 0 for 3.
For those who can't see, Ice was texting Dane and told him to check his phone.
I need some intel.
But it wasn't with the answer.
It wasn't the answer.
We thought we were passing notes.
No,
Okay.
it wasn't that. Thanks for calling us out. I just needed to fact check. I need my boy
I'm
Dane
seeing
to fact
Ice
check.
hold up his phone and point to it and saying, Dane, look at your phone.
Okay.
Thought we were cheating in here.
Here we go. You ready, DeVier?
Yep, let's go.
I'm going to need you to guess the stat line on this one for Dane. When Dane went up against his hometown, Toledo Rockets, in 2009.
You were there.
What was the stat line that day for Dane? Was it 6 catches for 75 yards and a touchdown? Was it 7 catches for 91 yards and a touchdown? Was it 5 receptions for $126 and 2 touchdowns? Or was it 8 catches for 88 yards and a touchdown?
Man, I think it was. You had a long one in there where you caught a slant and you took off. So I know you had 80 and I know you had a couple other ones. So I think it was the 123 for 2 of them things.
It was 5 for 126 and 2.
There it
You're
is.
3 for 3.
There it is.
Right now.
That was a good game.
Yeah, you were on
you
one
went
that
crazy.
day. That revenge, baby. I had to let him know.
It was in the Brown Stadium too.
Yeah, it was in
That's big
Cleveland.
time.
It was in
That's big
Cleveland.
time.
Yeah.
That's big time.
That was actually kind of cool to play a game in the NFL stadium.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're 3 for 3. Back to TLC.
Let's go.
Oh, God.
Man, I'm going to help you this way. You got to get one, man.
Which 2 NFL teams did DeVier's brother Julian suit up for?
Julian played for 2?
Julian played for 4, man.
4?
Yeah.
2 of them were active. He was active.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm shot in the dark. Are these not way harder?
Both AFC.
It's all right.
Both AFC.
Okay, here.
Give us
One
some NFL stuff.
AFC North, one AFC East.
Okay, Steelers.
No.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. I gave you his nickname. You've known him for 18 years. It's not that hard.
His middle name.
Middle name is tough.
DeVier Stewart.
I don't even know who's in the AFC East, to be honest with you. So
Bills, Jets, Dolphins.
it was the
Pats.
Jets. It was the Jets.
It was the Dolphins.
He played, but he did play with the Jets too. That was kind of tough. That was tough. That was a deep pull.
No,
right
but
there.
I just because he played at OU, so I just put the greens together. That's
But
why
that was the team he went to right after.
Okay, it looked right
I
in
think
my
y'all
head.
played each other in the preseason. Cincinnati did play the Jets.
Probably.
Yep.
I don't know. It's a blur.
remember. I know.
So back to me.
Yeah, it's 3-0 though. And we're
Well,
only
he's
doing
also
5,
given
right?
DeVier multiple choice.
Hey, look, I'm
Wait,
nice
Dan
guy.
hasn't got multiple choice yet?
Not once.
All
DeVier.
right, this is rigged.
I'm the
If
nice
you would have said
teacher.
what's his middle name,
the nice
Dave
teacher.
Stewart, I still would have got that one right.
All right, here we go, DeVier. This is for you. This one you should get. Well, maybe that's going to apply too much pressure after I said
4 for
that.
4.
Let's go.
How do you spell Dane's last name?
Well, this might be just me.
Oh, now I'm
It's just how it sounds.
now I'm second guessing it.
Starts with an S.
S.
Here we go.
A N San Z E N
Hey.
B A C H
4 for 4.
Sanzenbacher.
He's not
Goodness
missing.
Dane Sausage Burger.
The man's not missing. All right, TLC, what do you got for Dane?
I know that you capitalize the V in your first name, so that's a thing.
A lot of people don't know that. They
Yeah.
don't even do that here at Tech Nine.
Dane.
That's a big V.
I'm joking.
Maddie's giving him easier questions.
No, you can. I'll get one of these, Cole.
Okay. Well, this isn't gonna be great. How many dogs did DeVier's wife get for the family in her latest dog shopping expedition?
2.
Yep.
There we go.
There we go.
Well,
I knew that only because I stuck in my head still how crazy it is when he came in and said, "Yeah, my wife got some dogs." Like that's something you get in bulk.
Right.
Like if you get a dog, it's a big family thing decision, and he act like she just picked him up at like
Costco or something. Yeah.
Get-Go. Like
my wife was out getting some dogs.
It's like multiple dogs just brought him home and they live with you now.
Well, that was me letting you know I wasn't in on that.
I know.
I didn't want to be involved in that.
We don't have to rehash.
Last
but
one,
yeah.
DeVier.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
If Dane did not commit to play at Ohio State, where would he have gone to play college football?
This is a tough one too because this is just like a probably. I don't know for sure, but
Is this messed up if I say this?
too late.
Iowa.
You got it right.
He's 5 for 5.
Dude, he got it right.
I mean,
No, but it is messed up because why did you say that?
You look like a Kurt Friends guy.
That's messed up. And why you said it is messed up.
No, it's
the fact that you knew it. The true answer is, Maddie, before this goes into like a place that Cole's got to like cut this out, was because it was my only other Big Ten offer, not because of my complexion.
That's what I'm talking about.
I know what you're doing.
Oh,
Kurt Ferentz guy. Are you saying I look like Kurt Ferentz? It's different.
When he said this is going to be messed up, I thought he was going to like dog you by saying like a D2 school, like an FCS school.
Me too. That's why it took me a second. It's like there's nothing dogging me about Iowa unless you're stereotyping me. It's fine.
He would take it that way. I knew he would.
Okay, so you got one more for Dane.
That's completely random. That was my only other Big Ten offer.
I don't know why.
All right, Dane. Let's get 2 points. All right, I'm going to make this even easier.
Okay.
Plus or minus 10 strokes. What is the best round of golf DeVier ever shot? I'm giving you a 20-stroke window.
I think. Oh, dude, he's shot 85.
I haven't broke 90, bro.
You haven't yet?
Never.
91 then?
91 is
okay,
it.
so
That's good. That's
I was,
right.
All right, so we're in.
Yeah.
Hey,
we're in.
91
We got
10.
You got all 5. Okay, now I'm going to ask you DeVier one real quick. Not about me, but just about your memory.
Yeah.
What was the one candy that we used to get handed every Thursday when we were doing our Thursday fast walkthrough? Coach Hazel would have these when we were returning punts, and it became like the tradition that we would get one of these when we were on the field returning punts.
A mint?
Okay, kind of. But what kind?
A soft peppermint? Like the marshmallow ones? Like the.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Mentos? There they are.
Fresh.
I didn't even see those. He's a gift giver.
Fresh make.
Look at
oh,
that.
well, no, I'm not eating candy. Oh, you almost got me.
You almost there, by the way. The folks that don't know,
This
DeVier.
is a mint.
Mentos?
Is he marathon training?
It's a mint.
No, he's doing what I did last year, but
It
the
says
candy
the
version.
chewy mint. You don't have to count this as
I don't think you should eat
It's
that.
a mint.
DeVier,
No, I
that's
eat
candy.
mints. I eat mints.
It's a mint.
Mints are cool.
By the way,
He had
for
a
the folks
chocolate chip muffin the other day.
For the folks
what
that
is
don't
that?
know what we're talking about, DeVier has not eaten candy all year long.
You don't know.
Credit to you.
It's been tough right now because I'm a Reese Cup bandit.
And you know what I'm going to do to you
Right
the last day? I'm going to bring a whole bunch of candy in before you hit the finish line, just the way you brought French fries in for me on the last day. That was tough.
Meanwhile, Tyvus is falling through chairs. You see his Instagram
Yes,
story?
I did. I did.
Wait, Tyvus is
Yeah,
getting
you got to check that out.
Tyvus
Check
got
that
a
out.
pay raise, man. He eating good, man.
He's out there balling, man, doing some good stuff for the Big Ten Network. Hey, we'll finish out the first hour of the show with overs and unders next. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
We're the highest rated sports radio station in America. There's no joke there. We just are. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, 1 pound packs of Private Selection 80% lean Angus ground beef chuck are only $4.99 each with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At CARE, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront costs before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. CARE Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Matty Ice here. How far are you willing to drive for a great deal on a new vehicle? Well, I made the short drive north to McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion and got my new car. And right now, you can get a 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 with up to $12,000 off MSRP for qualified buyers. They believe in a no-hassle sales experience so you can get the truck you want at a price you'll love without the stress. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Did someone say jackpot? The Ohio Lottery's Mega Millions jackpot is at least $680 million. That's $680 million. Jackpots start at $50 million and grow faster than ever. Play today and pick up the new $5 Win Big Scratch Off. It has a top prize of $100,000, and non-winning tickets can be entered into My Lotto Rewards for a chance to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets, and even a trip to football's biggest game. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Finally, fall is here. The leaves are changing, the air is crisp, and the cooler temperatures are a welcome relief. But as those temperatures continue to drop, it's also a reminder that winter is just around the corner. We know it might feel a little early to start talking about freezing temperatures and snow, but now is the perfect time to make sure your roof is ready. Before the winter weather hits, wouldn't you like the peace of mind that your home is protected? If you're unsure about the condition of your roof or just want to be prepared for the months ahead, call the professionals you can trust at Newman Roofing. With over 30 years in business and 3 generations of Newmans in the roofing industry, we're dedicated to educating you about your roof so you understand exactly what's happening. We believe that an informed homeowner can make the very best decision for their needs. Give us at Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Let Newman Roofing help you prepare for winter the right way.
If only there was a radio show that constantly talked about Ohio State athletics. Well, good news. It's real, baby. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, The Fan, Ohio sports destination. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman and Ice presents Overs and Unders.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
All right, welcome back in. Rocking out with DeVier Posey and Dane Sanzenbacher today. They are in for our guy, AR. TLC, this is your segment. Take it over. What do you got cooked up today?
All right. I didn't know what to put as a threshold for this one, so we'll see. But Halloween is 1 week away from today.
Okay.
And if I recall correctly from my childhood, we had a 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. trick-or-treating window. So how much time will you spend out walking the neighborhoods with your kids over and under an hour and a half?
I am under an hour because I am the candy passer outer.
Ah.
Yeah, I like that job. That's the good job.
Are you a greedy guy? Not greedy. Are you a selfish candy passer outer? What's the
you
vibe?
get your allotment. You get your allotment.
So what is that? Like
one. Like it got one.
Okay, we're not doing the mini candies, right?
If it's towards the end of the night and you are like you're a baby, Yeah, you go ahead, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but the kids in the beginning who come get there early.
I can see
get
that
your
would be
greedy hands out of there.
I bet you like ask you force them to engage too, don't you? You're like in conversation. You got to tell them like what you were supposed to be. Like,
No, I listen to there's a spooky playlist. I play music.
See how we do the same thing.
Yeah, spooky playlist. Sit out there and kind of get in the vibes. Some maybe some Baileys and some cider.
Okay.
What, is that go together? No,
that's probably not a good combination.
That's not a good
Baileys
combo.
and ciders.
Well,
I don't think
it would be Baileys and coffee or like cider. You would just do like a cider drink.
Cider drink.
Okay.
Yeah, something.
Ice, you know those kids are going.
Dane, are you
That's
over?
a pretty
NFL
good
player.
line.
We're about to
No.
get so much
Are you
candy.
over?
One candy bar.
No,
One.
I'm under. I'm under an hour and a half. But my oldest is not even 3 years old yet. So we're just.
So he doesn't know the rules.
Well, he knows enough, but we're not going to be cooking out there for like 2 hours. He's not like if you're getting like a 6-year-old that's just like they're trying to put up numbers.
Put up numbers. Yeah.
He's not. He'll go wherever we tell him, and then my daughter's 4 weeks old.
At that age, you got to worry. You got to wonder that on November 1st, is he going to knock and think they're giving out candy at the neighbor's house?
What do you?
Like,
No.
Did your kid do that?
Yeah, he's still thinking people are giving out candy. It's like, bro, that was one time.
One day, one time.
One day.
So we can't wait for next week.
Oh,
But
man,
I
they
agree.
gonna
I
tear it
agree.
up.
Passing out is that's the
way
spot.
to go. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
How many more games will Dylan Gabriel start before they give Shedeur Sanders a look? We got 10 games left, so I'm putting the over-under at 6.5 more starts for Dylan Gabriel.
So there was a report this week that Shedeur still isn't getting work with the ones, and that's a little fishy to me, but also I look at it like Dylan Gabriel's a rookie. He needs all the reps in practice he can get with the ones, so maybe that's just the case. You said 6.5?
6.5 of 10.
For Dylan?
For Dylan.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take the over, fellas. Just the vibe around Shedeur for me is that Stefanski is telling us, without telling us, that Shedeur's not ready.
Well, I go like, this is, to me, he won't play this year, so I'm going to go the over, right?
So you don't think he plays at all?
Over for Dylan if Shedeur doesn't play.
Yeah, because this is a fight between Andrew Berry and Stefanski, right? Like, I draft players, you play the players. Okay, you're not using Joe Flacco? I'm going to trade him to a division opponent. And then also, Shedeur's probably not going to, he's still not getting first round reps. This is still the argument about that draft pick to me in my eyes. And I just feel like if Stefanski can control anything on his side, like how dumb it is for Barry to trade Joe Flacco and he's playing well to the Bengals, it's like an internal, just like an internal match. Yeah, it's an internal match, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
interesting. I haven't heard that.
So
take
I don't
yet.
think he'll play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be quick. I'm over too. I think that you're going to ride with Gabriel for a little while.
Yep.
What about Joe Flacco? How many more wins will the Bengals get with Joe Flacco under center? So let's just say that Joe Burrow comes back and plays the final 3 games. That's going to leave 7 games left for Joe Flacco. Of those 7, over under 2.5 wins.
So the schedule looks a little different now as far as teams that people didn't know were going to be good prior to the season that are now good, because that's going to include New England, and then you also have Pittsburgh, who is now still a good team, and you have Baltimore and Buffalo left, and at that point, assuming Baltimore will have Lamar Jackson, he may play this week.
Could you imagine, Ice, watching your Ravens lose to Joe Flacco and a Bengals?
Hey, dog, that would be.
I'd be down bad. I'd be down bad. I'm not
You're going to be calling in sick on Monday.
Man,
I'd be down bad.
I want to see that.
I'd be down bad. I'm going to go with the under, because my mind went to Trey Hendrickson and he might get traded. And I think that'll really be a big blow.
Logan Wilson wants out too,
He
man.
does. He requested a trade there as well yesterday. I'm glad you brought that up. But I'll go under on that, because you got some tough games coming up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over, man. Like, I just think in 10 years for some Joe Flacco's quotes. Did you see him? He said, I didn't appreciate how much I, love just like eating alone by myself, as a dad. And he's like, I'm kind of enjoying this time. And so I know where he's at. I've had some meals up in Canada where I've ate by myself and was like, you say you retire, you go back home to be a family guy, but you do miss those lonely meals sometimes.
I get to do it all the time.
You are right, man. And I bet, I used to probably look at, like what Joe said. He said, I look at those guys like, man, he's miserable. But then when you're that guy, you're like, let me get another beer. This is actually great. So I'm rooting for Joe Flacco, man.
Yeah, I didn't know Cincinnati was having the drama that they're having with people getting out. I mean, maybe I don't know, dare to say they missed their their window. But all that is, it's hard for me over the second act of Joe Flacco. I don't really want to bet against him.
Yeah.
So I want to say I could see him winning 3 games. I think he's a little bit more feisty than I thought he was.
Yeah.
I thought he was just standard vanilla Joe Flacco, and now in his resurgence, he seems to have more of a chip than he even did when he was in his first round. So I don't know. I like him. I'd say over.
He's still got the arm talent. They keep him upright. You know, they got the playmakers down there. Those are your overs and unders for this week. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a new vehicle, I want to talk to you about the McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion, because that's where I got my new vehicle. I want you guys to do the same thing. They have over 180 new vehicles on their website. They have a 2025 Silverado 1500, and you can get up to $12,000 off MSRP. They believe in nothing but transparency with every car deal that they do. So again, take it from me firsthand. Great team up there. They will absolutely get you in a vehicle that is affordable for you, but also a vehicle you'll feel good about driving around because it will look good as well. So again, go see the wonderful folks at the McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Coming up top of the hour, our guy AR is headed over to Bloomington to check out the Hoosiers and the Bruins this weekend. We'll talk about that, all things Ohio State, and a lot more next. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
This is Ryan Krieger, and at Krieger Ford, we know life's busy. Let us handle your car care. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or have our technicians come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
College football is more chaotic than ever. New rivals, new rules, and a brand new season of Fansville. Are you fan enough to handle the drama? Then grab an ice-cold Dr. Pepper from your local Kroger and buckle up for the season. College football. It's a Pepper thing. College football fans, listen up. You can catch Carnell Tate and Dr. Pepper on November 17th. We'll be at the new Kroger at 7525 Gardwell Street in Powell from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Stop by to get your photo with Carnell Tate. See you there.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HindererMotorCompany.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
At Retail Rush, you can find name brand products at unbeatable prices because you set the price. Retail Rush sources overstocked, returned, and discontinued products in bulk from big box stores. Then we auction those products online starting at $5. You can get up to 90% off retail prices on beautiful basics for life's big moments, hot tech, and more at a deep discount. Pickup is fast and easy, so whether you're looking to splurge or save, we have you covered. Retail Rush. Deals made easy. Bid now at retailrush.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Per NFL Network's Tom Pelissero, the NFL fined the Giants $200,000 for violating concussion protocol with quarterback Jackson Dart. Separately, the NFL fined coach Brian Dable $100,000 and running back Cam Skattebo $15,000 for contract detrimental to the league. The World Series starts tonight as the Blue Jays welcome the Dodgers at 8. LA's Blake Snell faces Toronto rookie Trey Savage. Jays third baseman Bo Bichette added to the roster after spraining his left knee in early September. Dodgers headed 3-time Cy Young winner Clayton Kershaw, who plans to retire after the season. NHL Blue Jackets win to 3 straight when they host the Capitals at 7. NBA Cavaliers visit the Nets at 7:30. Men's college hoops this weekend. Ohio State hosts Ohio in an exhibition Sunday at 2. This update sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy's office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com.
These two have a ton in common. Anthony loves hockey, and Matty's always cold. This is Rothman and Ice.
Welcome back in. Happy Football Friday to you. Dane Sanzenbacher, DeVier Posey in the house today. Filling in for AR, but AR is always around. And AR right now, our guy, is making his way over to Bloomington to check out the Indiana Hoosiers. Actually, let me correct. Second-ranked Indiana as they welcome in Nico Iamaleava and the UCLA Bruins. AR, how we feeling, my man?
Boys, hey, Matty, I'm happy that you put a little respect on the Hoosiers with that number 2. I don't know if this has to be the highest ranking in the history of the program, 126 years. And I find it weird that I'm going there to probably spend the weekend with Dane's family, and he's filling in for me in the studio. What's wrong with that picture?
You're probably right. So if you see him in the street with all their candy stripe glory, you tell them I said hello.
AR, are you a candy stripe guy when you were there? Did you don the candy stripes?
Yeah. I did not, no, but I will tell you this. I mean, football was an afterthought. Never really went to any of the games. I did when I got to the point where I wanted to get into broadcasting, and then I was working for the college radio station. I got lucky enough to call a couple of the games, but no, this was all basketball all the time, and I'm even ashamed to admit that when a big school came in, like when Iowa or somebody in basketball came in that was really good, we sold our tickets and went back to the dorm and feasted like kings on Domino's and Coke and whatever. And because the students would get access to like floor seats for a certain amount of the games each season. And so back then you kind of looked at it like, I mean, listen, $150 to a college kid back then was $1.5 million. Like it felt that big. So football was such an afterthought, but I was not a candy striper. I never liked that look, but I do like the fact that they've kept it around.
So, AR, I hinted to you yesterday about how Dane feels about the IU hype and the IU buzz that is out there, not only in the Midwest, but nationally now at this point. So, Dane, I want to give you the floor to explain to AR what you've explained to DeVier and I on Saturdays about your feeling about this love that's out there for IU right now.
Yeah, give him the build-up, Dane. The whole story.
Can you first set the table? What have you told him already?
Yeah, what does he know?
He doesn't know much of anything.
Because I have evolved in my
He's on
understanding.
one side. He's on one side.
I'll tell you what he told me.
Okay,
I'll tell you what he told me. He told me that you weren't allowing your family to enjoy the ride. And you kept, like, hammering them about, like, slow your roll and don't get too excited. Like, I told Maddie, 120. You know how many times they won a Big Ten title in my lifetime? 0. You know how many times? I mean, this is, you know, the last time a coach left Indiana with a winning record was? It was before 1950.
Yeah, you know, I hadn't.
And he told me you're not allowing them to have this, to enjoy this ride.
Nobody's put it to me like that, and I think that you're right. And I think I need to adjust something.
Yep.
Because maybe I'm not allowing them to enjoy this ride by pumping the brakes so much. You're right. And this, Andy, this might help my marriage too. So this is great advice. I'm glad we're hashing this out. I have been very fair with Indiana. The problem is there's a little bit of scar tissue for me because we've gone to so many games, and I've always been in support of Indiana, okay?
Yeah.
Ruffin, the background of this is I've always been in support. I've been bullied, not even bullied, but like heckled in an airport because I was wearing an IU hat and the person knew who I was.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing.
I was wearing an IU hat through the airport, and somebody's like, "What are you doing?"
He saw you.
Okay, yeah, oh yeah.
That's so embarrassing.
I've worn Rothman. You know, I've gone to a Purdue basketball game wearing full IU gear at Purdue. Like almost like gotten a grown up fight, and I was like, "This shouldn't happen" because this kid was a college kid, but I just something. I was just
I gotta get this.
All right, I'll tell you. We'll do that one. But so that's the background of this. That's setting the table for I've always been supportive.
Yeah.
There's a subtle creep in at least the IU universe of like now that it's like legit you can nip at the heels at Ohio State, that there's a little bit of like
we got a shot.
We were at the game. I was with 6 IU fans at last year's game, and IU had a great first half, and they were crushing me. I've never done celebration dance when Ohio State's been good. So it's a little bit of that creeps its way in. I think you're right. I could pull back. I could mature a little bit in that sense, Anthony.
You know what it is, AR? He can't stand that they don't know how to be good. Because it's like, oh, we don't know if we're going to win, and then they kill the team. And then it's like, well, you guys killed Washington. You guys just beat Oregon. You guys can beat Oregon. So it's the newness of their greatness, and for me, that's what I would say if I lived with an Indiana fan, I would be like, hey, like you got to learn to win. Learn to win.
So you guys have such a different pedigree and mindset, and I'm not saying that their players don't have it, because I think Cignetti has them believing, and he had them believing from day one, although we had to kind of see it. I thought when Paul Feinbaum was wondering and thought it was a horrible decision to pay Cignetti $11.6 million a year, I said to Maddie that they've been waiting such a long time for the right guy to meet the right era and get a taste of what it feels like to be in the mix in the Big Ten. That's what guys like Feinbaum don't understand. That while it may have been a financial tough thing for Indiana to do because they've never done it, I was proud that they took a swing. We've seen schools like, Ross Bjork paid Jimbo Fisher $77 million to not work, and Penn State's paid Franklin $50 million to not work. And I was just proud of my school for saying, you know what, let's take a chance and ride this out. It's probably going to be his last job. And with the transfer portal, all things have become possible. I don't have delusions thinking that they would or will beat Ohio State. I'm kind of like one of those scarred, Dane talked about
That's
the
the
scars.
hedging
like,
IU fan. There it is.
There it is. I know. Listen,
We've talked about it.
Yes. And Maddie knows I'm the king of the mental hedge, but I've allowed myself to enjoy this. I would be lying to you if I said I thought they were immune to the bad loss, because I don't think they're immune to the bad loss. I don't know, because the pressures, they got a number 2 in front of their name. They're now officially the targeted, and now they have to handle that. And we'll see how they handle it. Hopefully they will.
They will.
But what gives me hope is their head coach. And I'm not saying he's like the most brilliant guy that ever came along. I just think he's brought an instant culture, the schemes, you guys are offensive guys.
Yep.
There's 5 different options for them.
Yeah.
A lot of times, especially with Curtis Rourke, they had the RPO, they had 5 different options. So we'll see. I know he went into the portal and got 20 guys this year, guys from UAB and App State and Tennessee. And I think what I'm more impressed about is the fact that Indiana can play defense. Mm-hmm. I never saw that coming. And so I had a buddy of mine say to me, you're going over to Bloomington to check out the magic show they got going. And I said, the magic show, that's making the allegation that it's a trick, that it's not real. And so I think there's still that narrative that I will push back on, that I think they're somewhat real. I don't know if they're number 2 real, but they did go on the road to Iowa and win, which isn't that easy. And then going into Austin proves that they can bounce back from after Mendoza threw the pick 6. I am now back on the side of at least enjoying the ride versus mental hedging for disappointment. I grew up in Chicago. My dad went to Northwestern, and Northwestern, when I was a kid, was the doormat of all doormats. They were. And then in 1995, Northwestern beat Michigan, Penn State, and Notre Dame in the same season. That was with Gary Barnett and that Darnell Autry team that went out and lost to Keyshawn Johnson in the Rose Bowl in USC. And I was thinking, how is this happening? How is Northwestern football in the Rose Bowl? And I think it's just a Haley's Comet for me with Indiana. I never thought I'd see this in my lifetime.
AR, you brought me back around, man. You brought me back around. I'm just supporting this. I'm actually very happy for the Indiana fans, and as a half fan myself, I think I'm back. It was my own stuff, because I agree with everything you're saying. So that anything angst I have, that's my own stuff that I've just been unpacking on air, and I think it's unpacked.
You did your job, Ayer. You did your job, and you should be seeing a pretty comfortable win. Vegas is telling us right now Indiana favored by 25 points. Hey, before we let you go, tough night for your Vikes last night. Tough one. Can J.J. McCarthy save this?
I don't think he can truly save it. We've got a lot of injuries. That was a horrible game last night. What I don't understand is why KOC wants to kill Carson Wentz. Like, literally kill him. Like, are you telling me that Max Brosmer didn't belong in that game last night? I mean, that was atrocious. I mean, Carson Wentz couldn't lift his non-throwing shoulder. And I think JJ, no, he can't save them, but he's going to be much better.
Yeah.
He will.
Yeah. Couple tough ones. Yeah, a couple tough ones next for you, brother, at Detroit and home against Baltimore. We appreciate you. We appreciate you getting Dane in order and having him feel better about Indiana. Enjoy the game tomorrow. Safe travels, man, and we'll talk to you next week, brother.
Hey, when you said comfortable win, I'm not ready to say that yet.
That's on brand.
There it is, on brand.
UCLA is on a little bit of a heater. They're running the ball a lot more, and I'm taking UCLA plus 10.5 in the first quarter.
Okay, there it is. Hey, you're right. They've won 3 games in a row. AR, enjoy it, man. Have fun over there. We'll talk to you soon.
You guys are the best. And by the way, TLC, my dad used to always say to me, boy, you really polished off that sandwich.
See, I knew it was a phrase. I knew it was a phrase.
Foreign. Dane made that sound very weird, and I was like, no, my dad said that all the time.
Oh, man.
That's all I'm saying.
That's good. That's good.
Hey, and then you know what? And then less than 2 minutes later in that segment, DeVier says, yeah, I go deep, and Dane doesn't say anything about it.
I wasn't even going there. I was just saying it was.
Are you kidding me? He didn't say anything about that, AR.
Oh, man. That's unbelievable.
You guys are awesome. Thanks for,
Did you hear it?
I go deep.
And Dane didn't say anything about that.
I did not hear that part.
He has a record button. That's dangerous.
But you guys got to be careful what you say around TLC. He turns it into a drop, and you will never live it down. But I appreciate you guys giving me the field pass for the day. Thanks.
Appreciate you, man.
Go deep, man.
Have fun, AR. We'll see you soon, man.
See you, boys. Thanks.
See ya. That's the great Anthony Rothman right there, headed over to Bloomington to enjoy Hoosiers and Bruins. Coming up next, we do it every Friday in our second segment of the second hour. It's Under Pressure time right here on The Fan.
Never have I been so excited to get a whiff of sweaty jock straps. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Yay, football, The Fan. They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coghlan Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Get 0% on a new 25 Kia EV6 or 26 EV9, or get up to $11,000 off MSRP. Get 1.9% on a new 25 Telluride during the Kia Fall Sales Event. Visit CoglanKia.com.
Based on 2024 retail sales, 0% for 60 months and 1.9% for 48 months equals 1667 and 2165 for 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Not all will qualify. Manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded 10/10/31/25.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 10/31. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
At Metal Supermarkets, we're all about getting you and your crew to quit in time sooner. That's why our service is a cut above. You see, no matter the project, we'll get you to the right metal, shape, and grade. Cut to any size, ready real fast. And yeah, we'll deliver, leaving plenty of time for the important things, like opening an ice-cold can of aluminum. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal.
Hey friends, Beamer here. In the spirit of Halloween, Awaken 180 is offering free consultations. Learn how scary fast and how scary easy losing weight can be. For mine, I brought all the questions, and in the end, Awaken 180 was an absolute no-brainer for me. Determine if Awaken 180 is right for you. The free consultations end October 31st. Reserve by phone only at 844-346-1800. For details and the number, visit awaken180weightloss.com. Scary easy with scary fast results.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means you pick your wager. Will it be $1, $2, a crisp $20? Your call. Like picking your own numbers? Use any inspiration you like. Birthdays, jersey numbers, you name it. And if you don't feel like choosing, there's the Super Quick Auto Pick. With regular promotions that'll get you more bang for your Keno buck, multiple ways to win, prizes galore, and live draws every few minutes. Anytime is the right time to get in on the Keno action. Keno is always fun, your way. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal, regardless of your age or job.
Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Your new Columbus home for the Jim Rome Show is the Fan 2.
Catch the live experience weekdays from 3 to 6.
Just one requirement. Have it take and don't suck. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Jim Rome Show. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Expect skies to be mostly sunny on this Friday after such a cold start, but still this afternoon we will struggle to get into the mid to upper 50s. As we go into tonight, partly cloudy and cold again with lows right around freezing. And then for Saturday, patchy frost in the morning, turning into partly sunny skies in the afternoon and highs in the mid to upper 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Under Pressure.
Sponsored by 3D Cabinetry. 3dcabinetry.net, where quality meets affordability.
Welcome back in. DeVier, Posey, Dane Sanzenbacher filling in for AR today. Fellas, you know what this is all about because we do something similar on Saturdays on our pregame show. It's called Who's Got the Heat. This is now Under Pressure. So, Depot, I want you to lead this thing off.
Yeah.
Who you putting some pressure on?
Man, this just feels like we're kicking people while we're down because we do another version of this segment. But I think a person that's under pressure, and it could be coming more probably like around, game 10, Mike McDaniels with the Miami Dolphins.
Right.
Obviously, we all know what's going on. This Tua situation, Tyreek is out. It's just looking real Memphis bleak for them right now, man. They're under a lot of pressure, Mike McDaniels. And I hope this might cause him to pull his pant legs down. Yeah, man.
Oh, kind of like he does
down,
do. I'm not a fan of that style.
Just pull it down. Let's get a dub.
Yeah.
Let's get a dub.
I don't think I could pull that look off.
The LL Cool J?
Yeah, that I don't think that's for me. I don't think it's for me. But there's no doubt, man, that is a appropriate name to put on the pressure list this week because they are 1-6 right now, and everything just seems to be falling apart week by week. Dane, you're up next.
I'm going to put pressure on, well, I'm not putting it on them. They put it on themselves, the Michigan State Spartans.
Whoa.
In reason being, not because there's high expectations for that team to beat Michigan this week. So Michigan's going to Michigan State. Because they're on a 4-game losing streak here. You've got a coach in year 2 who was, Johnson's was supposed to be like a guy. They thought this was a great hire. They had their ups and downs, but now sliding to a point where if you have an awful year, if you turn
the only thing that can save them.
You got to do something. So there's pressure for that team to turn it around. There's pressure for the head coach to grab a big win, to buy yourself some more time to put Michigan State back in the conversation in the Big Ten because right now they're not there. So there's a fair amount of pressure in East Lansing.
I like it. Good call. We will do our college football picks at the bottom of the hour. That game will be in there as well. I think sometimes either in an individual sport where you are the guy or gal or in a team sport when you are the squad or one of the perceived squads around the sport that should be a championship contender, you got to make a statement every once in a while. And for me, there's a little bit of a groundswell right now of love out there for the New England Patriots and what they're doing. And Braves and company have absolutely earned that love because they are balling right now. And Drake May is an MVP candidate. So I'm going to put the Buffalo Bills on the pressure list this week for what I just said about New England, because Buffalo was supposed to be the king of the castle this year in the AFC East. They've already lost to the New England Patriots at home. And now they face a team that has some confidence in the Carolina Panthers this week that have won 3 games in a row. So Josh Allen, that crew, we know how special they can be. But I think it's a 2-part here to slow down the momentum of one team that's starting to cook a little bit in New England, but also remind everybody, maybe send a message up to Foxborough to let them know that you got us once, but you guys aren't going to run away from us. So I'm putting the Buffalo Bills on the pressure list this week.
Absolutely. Let's go with we talked about him in the last segment. Just that swelling dynamic, Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry. I think in some cases where it could be the head coach or the GM, I think this year, with the way things are going, it could be an axe for both. If just because of Joe Flacco's success beating the Steelers, you're still having quarterback woes. That guy was on your roster, and you can't coach him to get these wins. Now he goes to Cincinnati, and a team that's seemingly worse than yours is getting a win out of him. Andrew Berry, you're putting these decisions.
Do you think Cleveland ever really feels under pressure, though?
Man, I think
they sure act like they don't.
Well, you know what it is? It's a job that you're like, yeah, I know this job has an expiration date on it, right? Like it's it's just one. It's just like, you know, this is ending bad in some way. Like it's just like, which way is it coming?
Yeah,
it's just which way is it coming? So, yeah, those guys got pressure.
Okay, Dan, you got another one?
I'm going to do a twofer here because I don't know how long this segment goes. I'm going to go, there's pressure on 2 college teams to hire the right guy.
Okay.
Because they are huge programs. That is Florida and Penn State. Mm-hmm. I think you're at a point with those 2 coaching openings. They're huge. There's people, you know, rumored for each spot. But for those universities, getting that one right is really important, especially at this time in college football. Really important. AR talked about how Indiana, they paid up because they've got a guy. You're in a like strike while the iron's hot time in college football because we don't even know what this is going to be in 5-10 years. You really got to get that right. So those administrations or whoever's making that decision, a lot of pressure to pay the right guy here.
I like it. Second candidate for me. I'm going with a man that was born on January 1st, 1985 in Brazil. Used to play in the NBA for the San Antonio Spurs. His name is Thiago Splitter. If you don't know who Thiago Splitter is, that's fine. Because he is now the interim head coach for the Portland Trail Blazers. So we talked about the Chauncey Billups arrest off the top of the show, him being involved with all this gambling stuff and illegal poker games, yada, yada, yada. Thiago Splitter now has to step up. And the reason why I'm putting him on the pressure list is because they have pretty high expectations for Portland this year. Got a nice young core. You bring in Drew Holiday. Dame is back. He won't play this year, but they started to rise up a little bit last year. And so now that Chauncey Billups is out of the mix, I think in time, Portland fans will go back to, well, we still got a squad. We still got a squad. We still should be making some noise. So now he is in a pressure-packed situation to showcase what he can do and keep the Portland Trail Blazers in the mix. So I'm going with the interim head coach for the Portland Trail Blazers, Thiago Splitter.
Yeah, my last one. Prop bets in the NBA. Sorry, I had to do it.
It's over.
That's under pressure.
Yeah, the under is under a lot of pressure right now because you might be going away pretty soon. Yeah, I guess I was going to stay in the same zone. I didn't have a third one, but it would be all of the media out there that podcasts, radio shows, TV shows that are trying to both explain the situation and also heavily sponsored by BetMGM and FanDuel and trying to thread that needle of like, what commercial do we run here?
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
It is. Last one for me. Got so much good stuff happening right now in the world of sports. The World Series does start tonight in Toronto. Dodgers taking on the Blue Jays. I'm locking in on one specific Toronto Blue Jay. One, because he has to be the Robin to Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s Batman. So I'm going with George Springer. George Springer's sister used to play softball here at Ohio State. So he's got to be a dude offensively for them to win the World Series. But more importantly, the reason why he's on the pressure list is because he is going to be walking into an absolute hornet's nest when they go out to L.A. Reason being, George Springer used to play for the Houston Astros. And you guys remember that massive cheating scandal that happened with the Astros back in 2017. Yep. So every time this man steps into the box at Dodger Stadium here in a couple of days, the boos are going to be absolutely crazy because that fan base, and rightfully so, probably feels like this dude was a part of them ripping a World Series out of our hands. So on one front, he's got to be a monster, and he has been. All year he hit 30-plus home runs for Toronto. But emotionally, how are you going to be able to handle that on the biggest stage? Because he's the leadoff hitter for the Blue Jays. So when they go to LA,
crazy.
like the first thing you're going to hear is just boos throughout that stadium because he is going to start the game in the box. And so that's a big time thing. That's, I think, a sneaky storyline in this is George Springer being a former Houston Astro.
It's crazy.
And now having to go back to Dodger Stadium on the biggest stage in baseball.
And I would put the pressure on the Dodgers. They're going against a whole country.
Right.
I mean, this is a 3-decade drought for the Blue Jays. I mean, you remember how crazy the whole country of Canada went when the Raptors won with Kawhi.
Yes.
This is going to be on that level, maybe even bigger. Yeah.
And then another little branch off of this is you have now Kendrick and Drake. Kendrick Lamar and Drake are now back in the mix because this is Cali and Canada.
Are they both going to go to the game?
Going at it.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Drake pops up.
Yeah, man.
They not like us. They not like us. But George Springer, I can't imagine. It's going to be crazy how loud that stadium is when we talk about boos for him when he steps in the box. It's the final Capital Ford of Columbus high school football game of the week of the season, and it heads over to the Fan 2 this Friday as Olentangy hosts Olentangy Berlin. Coverage starts at 6:30 with the kick at 7. After the Blue Jackets game on the Fan, it's Byers Subaru Dublin's overtime with Ryan Baker and Lee Cochran. Friday nights are for high school football on the Fan. Coming up in 2 minutes, we will do our college football picks against the spread. It's Rothman and Ice right here on the Fan.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and it's tire time at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Now through October 31st, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to schedule your appointment today, or hurry into Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin to get those cars ready for winter. And when you think tires, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Delaware County Veterans Services is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Give Delaware County Veterans Services a call, 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HindererMotorCompany.com.
The football season now stretches from August to late January, and we can't afford not to be at our very best all season. Hey guys, it's Eric Reeser, and if you're like me, looking at the calendar wondering how you're going to stay at 100% for the next 5 months, do what I did, go see my friends at Hydrate Me Med Spa. I went to their Grandview location, got hooked up with a fast vitamin push that's got me feeling better than I have in years, and the NAD Plus has me thinking better too. From IV to aesthetic treatments, look great, feel great at Hydrate Me Med Spa. 4 locations, Grandview, Granville, New Albany, and Dublin. Book your appointment at HydrateMeMedSpa.com.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Maddie ranked the most dynamic duo of all time, Caesar Salad and Moscow Mule. This is Rothman and Ice.
One of the most dynamic duos you can have. So funny story. We went out to, this was 2 years ago. We went to Vegas, AR, myself, and CB for the Super Bowl. And we went to the media Super Bowl party. And it was at one of the F1 racetracks. It was a cool scene. And they just had the best Caesar salads I've ever had in my life. Like, I don't know what it was. I don't know what chef was making it.
Was it real anchovies on there?
It was.
Yeah.
It was the whole 9. And I love a good Caesar salad, but I was just ranting and raving for days after I had that. It was one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of, though. It was like a 2-level party, and like up top was like old school Vegas, and they just had a whole bunch of cool stuff. But yeah, it was awesome, man. I'm a big Moscow Mule and Caesar salad guy.
So are you explaining this because you saw me looking so sideways at that?
Yeah, when you heard that,
yeah,
I feel like I had to explain myself.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
That's a nice,
not bad.
Like little beach, little nice warm day.
Little appetizer,
Caesar
outnumbered.
Try it out.
Point taken, boys.
Depot, we're throwing out some wacky duos. I threw out Moscow Mule and Caesar salad. You threw out apple cider and Bailey's earlier.
Yeah, I messed that one up. That was all messed
Now
up.
I kind of want to try it.
I'm not a bartender. I'm not a bartender, man. I'm terrible.
Oh my goodness. All right, TLC, it's time for college football picks.
College football picks with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Krieger Ford. Find your next Ford at Krieger Ford. Visit KriegerFord.com today.
All right, we got some pretty good games this week, TLC. Where are we starting?
Let's start in Norman. Assuming they're the home team, the fact that they're favored, I'm pretty sure that's correct. Number 8, Ole Miss. Number 13, Oklahoma. Oklahoma, a 5.5-point favorite.
I love these type of matchups. When you have one head coach that's the defensive-minded head coach, and the other is the offensive-minded head coach. Brent Venables, we've heard that name for years. DC for Clemson for a while doing his thing. And now, obviously, Lane Kiffin, very fun offense to watch week in and week out. Man, Ole Miss is almost averaging 40 a game. 40 a game. They're 8th nationally in points per game. Cool story for Ole Miss at quarterback this year with their backup stepping up, him coming in from Fair State, a D2 program. Oklahoma, though, they lead the nation in defense, sacks, and tackles for loss. So I'm going to roll with Oklahoma in this one.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I think you hit it. It's like good on good and then so-so on so-so with the Ole Miss offense versus that Oklahoma defense, and then vice versa. So they're both strong in the same areas. Yeah. I'm going Oklahoma. I've seen Lane Kiffin on TV a little bit too much. I think that's kind of a curse. Like for a casual viewer to see a lot of Lane Kiffin, it usually doesn't go well. That's purely off superstition, I guess. Yeah. But I like Oklahoma. I mean, I think they're a solid team, and being at home, I think in these matchups is enough to push you over the edge.
I think Oklahoma is a good team this year. Unfortunately, I think they're like one of those good teams that only beats bad teams.
Okay.
And I think Ole Miss bounces back from that Georgia loss, and that was a tight one, right? And that was a game where I felt like Lane Kiffin, they said they left some stuff out there, and just the momentum they have as a team. I'm just buying their story over Oklahoma. I think they get it done versus Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whole lot of black and gold. Game day is going for Missouri and Vanderbilt. Number 15 versus number 10. Vanderbilt, a 2.5-point favorite.
Oh yeah, I'm all in on
Diego. It's your boy.
Yeah. I don't even care who they play. I'm just rooting for them to win. So he's in New York, and I can vote for that guy.
Okay. So you're going Vandy.
Yep.
I'm with it too. I think they have the most efficient offense.
Yes.
I think by the numbers in the nation, they're on a streak of like kind of until I'm proven wrong. So I'll roll with Vandy.
You're right to bring up the offense because if you are an offensive fan, this might be the game for you. As Dane laid out, Vandy ranks 8th in the country in points per game. Missouri is 12th right now. Vandy's defense, though, tighten up that chin strap because Ahmad Hardy for Missouri is an absolute beast. This dude's rushed for over 100 yards in 11 of his last 14 games going back to last year. I'm rolling with you guys. I think they have the better quarterback in this, and it's at home. I'm rolling with Vandy.
And shout out to mid-tier SEC team. Like, this is a number 15 versus number 10. It's Missouri and Vanderbilt.
And think about what we talked about today. Indiana ranks 2nd in the country. Vanderbilt ranks 10th.
It's a new day.
10th. I don't know if this is possible if the portal isn't here. You know what I'm saying? Like these programs, you couldn't have guys coming in and out of these programs that play at a high level. And both Indiana and Vandy are taking advantage of that.
And I love how Indiana's playing this year. I think they're outstanding.
Yeah. I think that, like the thing.
Let me just say.
I see what you did there. It's on record. It's on record. We got you.
Do you guys? I feel like NIL, man. Right? You could just tell what university you didn't know had money. Right? Like these teams just pop in.
For sure.
Now you know.
Indiana, they had $90 million in basic net.
They do well.
Made a call to Mark Cuban, like, Mark, we need you as a popular alum, billionaire to help us out. But that, look, it's a keeping up with the Joneses thing, right? Man. Like, this is, if you want to compete at a high level, to Depot's point, you better have that NIL stuff ready to go. What's next, TLC?
Let's do the third and final ranked versus ranked matchup of the weekend. Number 3, Texas A&M. Only 2.5-point favorites on the road in Baton Rouge.
So LSU fellows, they've lost 2 of their last 3. Both those losses coming to ranked opponents, right? So they lost to SC and Vandy last week. LSU, their offense to me has been a letdown. It's been a letdown this year from where they were supposed to be. Here's what I like, though, in their favor this week at home. Brian Kelly is 20-1 in night games at home this season. So that, to me, is just a big, bright light that keeps flashing at me. Marcel Reed's a fun watch. A&M's quarterback.
Yep.
Got to check him out for sure. I don't love the vibes with LSU, though. So I know they've protected their turf a lot at night under Brian Kelly's watch, but I'm going to roll with A&M on the road in this one because LSU's offense is just not where it's at right now.
What's our guy? Pete Thamel that comes on? What's the guy? Yeah, I think he said that the hardest place to play is Baton Rouge at night.
I believe it, man. It's electric just coming through the TV.
So the 12s who have a home field advantage on their end are going to come from Kyle Field. They're going to come down and get it done in one of the hardest places to win. And they're 20-1, man. I got to go with LSU. I'm sorry, man. I'm staying away from that one.
Okay, I
that's
hear you.
Scary. Ooh,
That's what I said. It's a big pick. It's a big bright light that keeps flashing at you. 20-1 in night games under Brian Kelly's watch. But I'm rolling with I think is just the better team right now, and that's A&M.
You guys laid it out, and I think there is still something in college football that this matters more than any other place, and it's that home field advantage. It can turn a game, and I have a hard time. You guys already said it, but if you tell me LSU 7:30 kick, I'm going to have a hard time picking against it. I'm going to have a hard time because they've always got guys. They're going to have talent, and even if they've lost a ton of games, you can win one. Yeah. You can put it together for one, and that's an environment. So I'm with DeVier. I'm going LSU.
It always kind of catches your eye when a ranked opponent is an underdog against an unranked opponent. We got a couple of those this week. One of them, number 23, Illinois, going all the way out to Seattle. Washington's -4.
Hey, DeMond Williams, yeah. Is it a night game?
I have no idea.
I'm just going to go for the fact that East Coast team is going west. I'm going Washington.
Let me get that kick time for you. That's 3:30. It's a 3:30 kick out in Washington.
Yep. Taking Washington.
I think I'm taking Washington too.
Yeah,
I think they, for some reason, and maybe it's just the eyeball test, they seem more talented than their record shows. Yeah. Like you see flashes of really talented skill players and guys, and quarterback had, in the short time I was watching the game last week, threw 2 picks in a row. They had Michigan, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And like kind of inexplicably, but he's a really, really good athlete. So those guys that can turn it on, I still feel a lot of confidence in them. Illinois has been okay. That's a tough place to go out to play.
For sure.
It is. It's across the country. So I think that I'm taking Washington on this one.
You mentioned their stadium being a tough place to play. Thanks to Ohio State, Washington is now 16-1 going back to 2023 at home. Ohio State got them, right, this year with what they were able to do. You touched on the game last week for the Huskies, only scoring 7 points in that game. That was crazy to see how they just did not show up to the party at all. What I like, though, about Illinois is their defense travels. They do a good job of creating pressure with only 4. And so I'm going to go with Illinois in this one on the road with the veteran quarterback.
And then, by the way, we got to start tracking these wild Julian Sain stats. like that right there is a sneaky stat. Like, he's the only quarterback to go out there in like a 20-point.
Since 2023.
He has sneaky stats like that. Like, they're going to start building up. Like,
the body of work is really coming together.
Yeah.
Like, when you look at the stats, those are starting to look a little bit sexier now.
Didn't he have one, like the only quarterback to win and beat number 1 in the...
Like in the opener in his debut or something like that. It's crazy. The resume is starting to look real good. Those are your college football picks.
If I was a true pro in this, I would have said Washington's going to hit Illinois like that fish hit Adam King. And Cole would have had it queued up to just be like, whoosh, boom.
Right, yeah.
One of the best audios we have on the airwaves.
I'll get that drop by the end of the show.
I should have given you a heads up. See, we're getting the hang of it.
I will absolutely have it for Monday. You better
okay, thank you.
Adam King joins us. Bam.
Yeah.
He'll join us at 1:30 on Monday. It's a Football Friday. Buckeye Bulletin is around the corner. That means Tim May joins us next. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
Big voice guy here to remind you that you're listening to The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Okay, thanks. I have 3 more seconds. Bye-bye.
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 25 Ford Mustang, Escape, or Bronco Sport. $399 a month with 0 down. New 25 Bronco, Explorer, F-150, or Lightning, only $499 a month with 0 down. Visit our newest location in Marysville or CoughlinFord.com.
Coughlin has the car for you.
48-month lease, all factory rebates to dealer. 7,500 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. Excludes $387 dock fee, $395 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 10/31/25.
This is 100% employee owned now. It gives them a sense of pride It's always been a family business. We've benefited as owners from the work of all of these great employees for so long. Well, now everybody's an owner, so now everybody has a stake. It really is the culmination of the family business. The family just got bigger. We all know there's a difference between working for a paycheck and working for something that belongs to you.
Rosati Windows, locally made, expertly crafted.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Newman Roofing, as part of its 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to recognize individuals who have made an impact for people of all abilities. This week, we would like to honor Caitlin Brown. Caitlin has made an impact by creating the Handy Capable Kitchen, which raises money for Toys for Tots through her local Chili Fest. This Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to join forces with 10 TV and The Fan in celebrating our ongoing commitment to the community.
Nothing beats a cold beer on game day, but sometimes you've still got things to do. Hey guys, Eric Reeser here. It's why I've been grabbing Go Brewing, award-winning non-alcoholic beer that actually tastes like beer. Good news, Go Brewing is now available at Kroger. Grab a six-pack of their tropical IPA in the beer aisle next time you're there.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU Football Insiders. You know, it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Patriot Air Comfort Systems in Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, welcome back in. It's Buckeye Bulletin time on a football Friday. I got Dane Sanzenbacher and DeVier Posey in the house with me. We're adding one more to the party. It's his segment every Friday during football season. The one and only Tim May. Tim May, happy bye week. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing extremely well, except I'm in a traffic jam as we speak. I'm in North Carolina. I'm headed to pick up my baby brother, Tony, who's going to be 68. I always like saying that. We're going to the Alabama at South Carolina game mañana.
Okay, that'll be fun. That will be a good time. We were reacting earlier to Todd McShay kind of putting the football world on notice to let everybody know that Julian Sand has officially arrived. He went back and looked at the tape from last week, and he's saying, here we go, folks. Hey, they haven't had a lot of primetime games, so we know what Julian is about, but he really locked in, Tim, on the growth of Julian Sand. Just talk about that from your perspective and how you've seen him grow from game one to where we are now.
Well, it's been remarkable, but not if you watch his growth from like his sophomore year in high school till now. I mean, this guy, I've had his coach Thad McNeil on a couple of times on my Tim May show, just talking about the expectations for this guy and the cool and calm demeanor he's always had, the ability to get out of trouble. Coming out of high school, I keep reminding people he was considered a dual threat quarterback, not just a, fire from the ear dart thrower. And he's par excellence in the fire from the ear dart thrower. I mean, maybe the most accurate. Well, I think the stats even back that up. Maybe the most accurate quarterback in college football as we speak. But I mean, his ability to feel pressure and move away from it has been on display for everybody to see. So that's part of the game that maybe a lot of people didn't understand about him that he offered. This idea that everybody keeps calling him shortish. I go, he's 6'1". I mean, what do you want, right? And right on down the line, I think he's proven everybody about how good he is and how good he can be. Anybody can see that. And, then you want to point at his targets he's throwing to. Well, I mean, golly, every archer needs a target. But this, obviously he's putting the ball on the money. He's spreading the ball around. And, maybe not always of his own doing. Sometimes those things are called, but his ability to read defenses obviously shows he's doing his homework. He's paying attention. He's being tutored extremely well by Billy Fessler. And then, of course, Ryan Day and Brian Hartline, the offensive coordinator.
Absolutely, Tim. I wanted to ask you about that. I wanted to ask you about, obviously, you see Julian Sand's growth, but also this is Hartline's second tenure as an offensive coordinator, and just the growth that we're seeing from him play calling wise from his last tenure. Obviously, he has a different guy behind the center, but just the game plans are so well put together. They seemingly are able to attack but not show too much, and then also still get people involved. And to me, man, it just seems like really personnel driven versus schematics. Is Hartline that kind of guy?
DeVier, number one, I don't appreciate you interrupting me. Well,
I had to get a question in because you're going to take the whole segment, Tim. Sheesh.
Yeah, I was going to say, in an incredibly long run-on sentence. Number one. Number two, dude, I mean, last week to me was should have been an epiphany for everybody. Ohio State went into this game, and I called for this. I mean, I expected this in our tailgate show. I talked about it. You're concerned about the running attack and it getting on track, for want of another term. But when you've got the two best receivers in college football on the same team and a tight end and a quarterback that you don't want to get in a dart throwing contest with in any walk-in bar, I mean, do what you do best. They look like an NFL team. I don't know if you agree or not.
Yep.
They look like an NFL offense, and their approach last week is you can't stop this. They threw 42 times. Only ran it, 28 times. Those are the stats that NFL teams have every Sunday, at least the good ones. And because when you've got the quarterback you've got and then the receivers you've got, get the game in hand, and then work on that other stuff.
Absolutely.
Tim, you're getting ready to be around a lot of the Alabama faithful. Are you excited to be in a place where it doesn't appear that you have an accent?
Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, Dane, by the way, does your son still look exactly like you? That's
so far.
Uncanny.
So far.
It's so uncanny. It's ridiculous. He looks like your twin.
It's crazy.
Your younger twin. But
my wife still talks about that when you guys ran into each other and met without me introducing anybody because she heard you talk. We were at Ohio State practice, and my wife's never met Tim, and he was talking to somebody, and she went up to him and said, "Are you Tim May?" And he came over and said, "Hey, I met your family." I said, "How'd you know it was my family?" He's like, "They told me." I was like, "Okay, cool. You're recognizable around here."
What it was, I knew it was either your wife or your nanny, because I could tell he was your son. It was crazy, but I digress.
Well, we are related, so that's going well.
My baby brother, who I like to say is 68, gonna be, he'll be wearing his Alabama gear tomorrow. I quit I quit crying when Alabama got beat when I was 12 years old. So I'm not an Alabama fan necessarily, definitely anymore. But yeah, it's cool to be back where you can order cornbread and turnip greens and people not look at you funny.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be homey for you. Well, you could take it kind of as like a recruiting trip because Alabama, are they top 5 still? Top 5 team?
Nah,
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah. I think they're number.
Yeah.
So,
team in college football right now,
it's
based on the gauntlet.
number 4. Yeah. So it's probably a good time, especially Ohio State bye week, of looking at like big picture where Ohio State stands. You're going to get a firsthand look at it coming tomorrow. Yeah. When you look at the rest of the schedule for Ohio State and Ohio State playing as well as they have to this point, I know it's tough to say, but where do you think the next big challenge is?
Next week.
You think
that's a team that some people thought was the number 2 team in the country. It's pretty loaded talent-wise. I never was enamored of Drew Aller, the quarterback, and we all know James Franklin struggles against big-time opponents, but that's still a very talented, probably the most talented roster from top to bottom that Ohio State's going to face over the next 5 games. And I know they got beat by Iowa. They had a lead in Iowa. They ended up getting beat by Iowa in Terry White's debut as the interim head coach. But that's still a dangerous football team. That's the way I look at it. UCLA may find UCLA's pinata might get busted this week at Indiana. I really think that's going to happen. But the bottom line is, I think Michigan is the next best roster in that run. So. Pitt State and Michigan, but we all know what's going to be on the line at Michigan. Pride, baby. So we'll see where that carries them. But without a doubt, Penn State next week.
All right, Tim, just because the Buckeyes are on bye, that doesn't mean we're on bye when it comes to your headline. So if you had to create a headline right now for Buckeye fans to read about Ohio State going in to their second bye week, what would your headline read?
Yeah, it never struck me until we started talking that I'd have to have a headline today since it's an off week for me also.
What do you got?
Here we go.
Tim May returns home.
Number 1, Ohio State. Yeah, there you go. No, I'm from Alabama and Texas. Don't mistake that for South Carolina. Number 1, Ohio State. Twice taps snooze while others lose.
Ooh, bars.
Dash. What a time to be a Buckeye.
Okay.
Nice.
Good
Is that
stuff.
off the top of your head, Tim?
That was a freestyle? No, that's why he's had this job for so long.
Buckeyes snooze, others lose?
Yeah.
Dang.
Good stuff. Tim May, safe travels.
Sheesh.
Enjoy the time with your brother. Enjoy the game, and we'll talk to you next week.
I'm still getting goosebumps over that one.
That was really good. Have fun, Tim. That was professional grade stuff.
Hey, Cole, we got to clip that so you can get that when it gets there. We'll send that to you, Tim.
See you, Tim May.
See you, boys.
See you.
Good stuff. There's our Buckeye Bulletin for today. Coming up, top of the hour, after an update in the deep dive, a game changer could be on its way to Ohio in the form of NIL money for high school athletes. We'll talk about that next. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
Hey, DeVier, go deep, man.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Regenerative treatments for joint pain are creating lots of excitement in the orthopedic community. QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Ray Tessner recalls a recent conversation with one of the country's most acclaimed orthopedic doctors.
He said, when you and I are young, the arthroscope was a quantum leap in treating orthopedic problems.
I think regenerative medicine is the new arthroscope.
Surgery is no longer the go-to solution for chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulder, or back. QC Kinetics is leading the next quantum leap. All natural regenerative treatments that provide relief and mobility.
I think one of the tenets of being a good physician is the old saying of do no harm. That's what I enjoy about this form of treatment is there's very little chance that we're going to cause harm. And that's refreshing to me to be able to eliminate the dangers that can come sometimes with surgeries.
Book your free consultation today in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. Or go to qckinetics.com/Columbus.
Hey Columbus, it's Lorenzo Stiles Jr., Ohio State student athlete. Football runs deep in my family. My dad played here, and now my brother and I are proud to carry on that tradition. At Monogram Homes, family matters too. They treat every homeowner like one of their own, building with care, precision, and pride. Monogram doesn't just build houses, they build homes, crafted just for you. So whether you're starting your first home or designing your dream space, Monogram Homes has got your back every step of the way. Visit monogramhomes.net to start building today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
College football is more chaotic than ever. New rivals, new rules, and a brand new season of Fansville. Are you fan enough to handle the drama? Then grab an ice-cold Dr. Pepper from your local Kroger and buckle up for the season. College football, it's a Pepper thing. College football fans, listen up. You can catch Carnell Tate and Dr. Pepper on November 17th. We'll be at the new Kroger at 7525 Gardwell Street in Powell from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Stop by to get your photo with Carnell Tate. See you there.
Our double hung is as good as it gets. There's something really simple. It's called an interlock. We interlock our windows. The interlock is the absolute best way to alleviate air infiltration. With the interlock, it's harder to break into. When you interlock the sashes, it makes a better window. It's just a darn good window, and we're very proud of it.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
Did someone say jackpot? The Ohio Lottery's Mega Millions jackpot is at least $680 million. That's $680 million. Jackpots start at $50 million and grow faster than ever. Play today and pick up the new $5 Win Big Scratch Off. It has a top prize of $100,000, and non-winning tickets can be entered into My Lotto Rewards for a chance to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets, and even a trip to football's biggest game. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Hey, you mind keeping it down up there, please?
KeyBank will meet you in that I need new neighbors moment.
Rick, it's your mortgage loan officer, Beth. I was in the neighborhood and wanted to let you know your home loan application's been approved.
Beth, you're always there for me, and not a moment too soon.
Are your neighbors bowling with grand pianos again?
And apparently raising livestock?
Ooh. For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 399797.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. The Fans High School Football Game of the Week features Olentangy and Olentangy Berlin. Coverage begins at 6:30 with kickoff at 7 on the Fan 2. Today, the NFL fined the Giants $200,000, head coach Brian Dable $100,000, and running back Cam Skedaboo $15,000 for entering the medical tent while quarterback Jackson Dart was being evaluated for a concussion October 9th versus the Eagles. Jets head coach Aaron Glenn declined to announce whether Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor will start at quarterback for Sunday's game at the Bengals. Glenn added wideout Garrett Wilson and corner Sauce Gardner will miss the matchup. Baseball, the World Series starts tonight as the Blue Jays host the Dodgers at 8. LA's Blake Snell faces Toronto rookie Trey Savage, who is the second youngest pitcher to start a World Series opener at 22 years old. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and I feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 on a Football Friday. Matty Ice, DeVier Posey, Dane Sanzenbacher filling in for our guy AR today. Bottom of the hour in our big game preview this week. Man, I think the Steelers-Packers might be the biggest game of the week as far as storylines and drama with Rodgers taking on his old team. So we'll lock in with Ray at the bottom to talk about that, the Buckeyes that are in Pittsburgh, and a lot of other things happening around the NFL. Interesting things are brewing here in Ohio, fellas, when it comes to NIL, but at the high school level, because now we're going to have high school principals in Ohio. They're going to vote in November on the possibility of athletes at the high school ranks getting their piece of the pie. So back in 2022, they voted this down. So that was the first time around. The votes on that were 538 to 254. Now here we are a couple years later, and this is back on the table again. And so for me personally, I need you guys to help me out with this. Because I'm not necessarily seeing the vision on this and seeing the reason why this needs to happen at the high school level. I'm all in on college guys getting their piece of the pie. I've been in favor of that. But I got just a lot of questions about why this needs to happen in high school right now.
You're probably going to have to explain some to us, too. I mean, it's not surprising that this is coming up. And I think even if you talk to high school coaches, they could kind of see this coming down the pipe. I still have relationships with some of the high school coaches, and I taught in high school. Well, I didn't teach. I was director of admissions for a year, so I spent time there. They've kind of seen this coming, but it's all a trend over the years. Like college trickles down to high school. It just does. Like whatever's happening in college, whether it's like now things are getting bigger and bigger. It's all about like the sport is becoming way more important. That becomes like what the high school culture is. Yeah. So if you now have top recruits that think they're going to be able to capitalize on it, it's not confusing to me that the conversation is coming up. But I'm probably, and maybe DeVier has followed it more closely. I don't have kids of that age directly involved. It's a tough one, man. All of it makes you just look a little bit more about like what is this is fallout of our unique experience in, the United States to link school and sports. This is just like the natural fallout of how are we going to do this? Yeah. And now that money's involved, it's getting more and more complicated. So the line used to be after college, then the line moved swiftly back to after high school, and now that's being challenged. I don't know.
During high school.
Well, real quick, Depot, because I just want to throw this out there. Ohio is one of 6 states that does not allow high school athletes to accept payments off their name, image, and likeness. So
there's only 6 that do not.
It's Alabama, Indiana, Michigan, Mississippi, and Wyoming are states that are not allowing this currently.
Well, I think it's at the right time, and I'm for this in a way of Chris Henry Jr. went to Withrow High School in Cincinnati. He left to go to Mater Dei in California so he can make NIL money because obviously it's more lucrative for him at this age. And so now he has NIL commercials and he can make money off his name, image, and likeliness. And so this like runs all the way to like my household of like, hey, do I give my kid a Instagram? Right? Like because you're talking about name, image, and likeliness. That means development of brands before high school now. You joke about which high school, my kid is going to go to. And I was talking to a close buddy and he's like, hey, like we can probably do an NIL package for him to come over here to this high school, give you a local pizza deal. Or, it's kind of crazy when you really wrap your mind around it it's not necessarily, Maddie, what's happening. It's the gray area that's going to happen. And the gray area leads you to where does Ohio go with 7-on-7 now? Like Florida, all of these other schools can have an opportunity to develop football players in offseason and pay them to travel America and be on these AAU teams. 7-on-7. Ohio has that now.
Well, it's always kind of like a shifting of the gray area, though, too. Because before there was scholarships there was nobody can make any money in college. Like there's always going to be okay, what are your recruiting incentives? Okay, well, you can do this, this, and this. Okay, can we pump up your grants here? Oh, you get way better living facilities. Oh, we get this way better situation with I don't know, at your practice facilities, there's always ways that it's going to leak into that. Okay, now that you can pay, we can do name, image, and likeness. So the new gray area is now, how do we stop people from using that as cover to literally just pay to recruit? Because it's supposed to be like, okay, if you're Chris Henry Jr., you can go out and get your NIL, meaning
make money off money.
Meaning in like the traditional sense, like, yeah, Wheaties wants to put you on a box and they'll pay you.
Yep.
The pizza shop wants to run a deal with you and they'll give you money.
Yeah, do an appearance or something
It's
like that.
really hard to draw a line
Yeah.
between that and I'm going to give you this to come play football for us. Because that's not supposed to be it. But on some level, it's not supposed to be it on college. And it is.
Well, here's the reason why it's not supposed to be that, Danny. You got to go all the way to these things. Like, the pressure we felt as professional athletes to perform for money, that's not a far cry from you're at this high school or you're at this college to perform for a marketing deal. It's the same pressure as performance. So now these mental issues, these parents, like, it almost goes to like, hey, we're talking about gambling. You know what real gambling is? Paying for a trainer for your kid, and your kid has 2 left shoes. You know, when
Definitely a bet.
You know, it's definitely a bet.
Yeah.
If you're paying for this trainer across the city, that's quote unquote the best trainer.
Yeah.
And so now you have angry parents. Now you have, you know, administrators and businesses at a high school level supposed to manage the expectations of a kid who just got his license, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he left the car unlocked when he came inside the weight room. I'm sure he did. And so babies are going to have to deal with this performance anxiety. To me, I just wonder with this NIL deal, like, how can you strictly keep it to social media, marketing, making money off of name, image, and likeness, not Bexley, New Albany, because they have the most money in the city, Columbus Academy, purchasing the best kids to come to their school.
Because that's what would happen.
You know what I mean?
What would happen. They would just outbid everybody else to get that talent. And so that's the scary part of this for me. There is an Ohio State commit that's directly involved in this situation in Ohio. His name's Jameer Brown. He plays high school down in Dayton. He is the top wide receiver in the 2027 class, according to ESPN. And his mom filed a lawsuit in Franklin County on October 15th. And their stance is that they've already missed out on over $100,000 in potential NIL deals. And so that's a name to follow in this as well. And there's families and players that are looking around and saying, look, my kid is this good. And kind of to Depot's point, we have an opportunity, whether it's through social media or whatever it may be, to capitalize on some of this money. So they feel like they're missing out on money right out of the gate. The money, though, at the high school level, like I've always thought, at the college level right now, you're talking about 18 to 22-year-olds, and some of these guys are making millions of dollars a year, right? Like the mindset of now a 14 to 18-year-old. Now, I don't know if they're going to be making millions of dollars. Like, I remember when I was getting my little stupid check from Kroger, and when I was pushing around the carts and there was a little extra, like, I thought I was the man. And what that did to that little ego boost I had then, you couldn't tell me anything. And so that's part of it, too, is like the growth, I just think, of being a teenager and having to figure things out. Like, you're going to miss out on some of that part of life, I think. And that's what I think is unfortunate about where we're going with just this overwhelming amount of money at an early age. Like, that to me is just a really tough sell, even though I understand that these guys are really, really big names. And there are, I'm sure, they're high school and some of these other people that are making money off their name. But, man, this is a tough sell for me. Like, it really is, because I just don't know if it's necessary.
So you're on the side of – so OSHA historically has been a slower state. Obviously, we don't have spring football, right? Like we do push the rhetoric of kids playing multiple sports here. They even make it tough to where – right, like you can only play so many quarters in a week, and then you add another sport on top of that. You kind of have to – go season to season, and traditionally around America, we're one of the only states that still holds true to that. And I still think we produce some of the best, multi-sport athletes. But are we putting our talent behind? Are we losing talent by not being one of the 6 states that's saying, hey, we're going to stick to this traditional method? I mean, it's almost like, we're taking a Dabo approach, right?
So you're always going to run into like this the whole argument or discussion kind of focuses around it hovers around and circles the issue of like, where's the line? What are you willing to do to win? Yeah. That's like at the end of the day, it's like, how much where does this sport fall for you? What's the true purpose behind it? Are you trying to so you're asking, are you putting yourself behind on the field? Okay. And that's the debate since the beginning of, scholastic athletics existed, is what is this thing's purpose? Where does it push past? Okay, are we willing to lose games? At what cost? Yeah. At what cost do they have to be eligible? Okay. That's been one of the battlegrounds, is what's the GPA? Oh, are you ineligible? Are you not eligible? Yeah. It's always been a moving target of how important is winning. That's really what it is. You're looking at how important is winning. Are we going to fall behind by not following this? Yeah. And that's what has happened in college. And that's what the conversation was. And everybody said winning's very important. Because Dabo, he held on for as long as he could, but nobody was willing to say you can't. That's just where it's going. Yeah. He's going to lose his job if he doesn't get on board and make winning the number one thing. So I guess high school level is the next bridge to cross. I guess so. How important is winning? Because we need to, if we open this up, now you're going to have the conversations of, okay, you're the best player in Columbus. Who wants me? Correct.
Society. Now we're bringing that into that level of society. Right. How important is winning?
So if you were able to say, as Ohio State fans looking we would be okay because we stand for X, Y, or Z things, or we wanted to stand on this ground. This is what this should mean. Our guys should play. You can stand on that ground. Yeah. But where's your line?
And there's what happens with districts and being able, this stuff gets crazy. Now these guys have enough money to buy apartments in districts they want to play in.
Yep. There you go.
It's crazy, man.
It's going to be a lot of pressure on these principals when the vote has to go down. The vote is scheduled, I think, to take place somewhere between November 17th and the 21st. Because I think about powerhouses like IMG down in Florida and what they're going to be willing to do, because they do it already, right? We're bringing guys in from different states that play at a high level. If you are capable of paying your guy that's a star, let's say here in Ohio or somewhere in Arkansas, you're going to have, I think, those big time academies. Hey, we got money for you and your family. Come on down here, man, because it's going to be the outbidding thing unless there's some type of structure about what you can and cannot spend. And so, this is the latest. That right here in our backyard, we could have some NIL money coming to the high school ranks. Coming up in pre-snap reads, a major fine has come down for a player and a head coach in the NFL. We'll tell you about it next. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
Are you working? Because we barely are. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football and quiet quitting. The Fan.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinderer Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting HindererMotorCompany.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member. They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Hey friends, good news for you. All your favorite NBA players, they're back. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. With more markets open for more of the game, DraftKings, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is live when others aren't. New customers, you bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass, plus score $300 if your bet wins, all paid out in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THEFAN971. That's code THEFAN971. Bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass plus $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus, Ohio only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday morning starting at 6. Or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Expect skies to be mostly sunny on this Friday after such a cold start, but still this afternoon we will struggle to get into the mid to upper 50s. As we go into tonight, partly cloudy and cold again with lows right around freezing. And then for Saturday, patchy frost in the morning, turning into partly sunny skies in the afternoon and highs in the mid to upper 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Pre-Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, welcome back in. Before we knock out some pre-snap reads, let me tell you about Bet365, because at Bet365, ladies and gentlemen, they got a great new deal waiting for you. If you're a new customer at Bet365, all you have to do is bet $5. You're going to get $200 in bonus bets. So watch out for the super boost, those daily boosts. A lot of cool things happening, so download the Bet365 app today. World Series Game 1 tonight. I'm looking at a super boost right now that has Shohei Ohtani and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Both those guys to grab one hit. The juice on that is plus 200. So I'm going to rock and roll with that. Again, download the app today. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only, must be present in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
So, fellas, a couple weeks ago, the New York Giants took on the Philadelphia Eagles. This was Thursday Night Football. The Giants actually won this game, but a storyline coming out of the game was Jackson Dart went into the blue tent for a little bit of time to get checked for a concussion. The camera throughout that time was showing Brian Daboll. He went into the tent, came out of the tent. He's ripping the doctor. I'm thinking he's saying, I don't want Russell Wilson out there. Like, get Jackson Dart out there as quickly as possible. So that story kind of came and went. Wasn't a great look for Brian Daboll at all, because I think we knew what he was trying to do. He was putting football before the health of one of his players. It just seemed to me that was the case. So now we found out that the NFL has dug in a little bit more on that situation, and the NFL has fined the New York Giants $200,000, Brian Daboll $100,000, and also running back Cam Scatterbo $15,000. All of these three parties for violating concussion protocol during the evaluation of Jackson Dart in that game.
What did Cam Scatterbo do?
I have to go back
He was
and
just
see what
headbutting the
he
tent.
did.
I was about to say, like,
come out, Jackson.
They were just waiting on a reason to fine him for some concussion protocol for his behavior all season. Like, first thing you do, Cam, we fine you because you just promoting concussion behavior.
So there's that. That just came down. I just wanted to bring that to the table. I'm here for the Cam Scatterbo Jackson Dart experience.
Did he try to approach the tent, too?
I have to go back and look because I honestly don't know what his role was in that game. It was just all about Brian Daboll at the time and how he was getting after. But, man, they've added some energy back into that fan base, back into that city, those two rookies. And the Giants could be on their way, man. They got a nice young core of players to build around for years to come. So, yeah, if you find out about that Cam Scatterbo stuff, let me know. I want to play a clip for you guys. And this is great that you guys are here because you guys are two former wide receivers. Still wide receivers. Let me put some more respect in your guys' name. So yesterday there was a quote going around from Tua, starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. And he was talking about how he wasn't targeting Jalen Waddle in their last game because he couldn't see. So we read the quote yesterday. I haven't heard what he had to say, and I cannot wait to get your guys' reaction to it. Here's Tua on that.
Yeah, I think with that, some of it has to do with being able to see guys, with their guys also up front and our guys. And I'm not the tallest guy in the back there either. So being able to see, and then, sometimes when that happens, you don't want to just throw it blindly, and you got to progress. So I think that had some merit to reasons as to why that happened for Waddle.
Dane, I'm hearing what he's saying, but that's like one of those things for me where it's like you don't say that out loud.
He's had a few of those moments.
He's had a rough year at the mic.
He's had some, some possible, like, is there really some long-term damage? And I can't obviously diagnose anybody, but like, I mean, that is a quarterback thing to, like, that's kind of your job to see receivers behind offense. I mean, you've been having to do it your whole career.
Yeah, I haven't heard that yet. that was the first time I've heard that quote and that excuse ever be. Well, because you are a professional, and now it's like just now they didn't just sprout up. Like the line didn't just get tall like last week.
Jalen Waddle was a first-round wide receiver.
And you've been playing with him for this like your 5th or 6th year in the NFL. That's just an odd one.
Man, I'm worried about that guy.
It's honest. I mean, maybe he was just like, I couldn't see him, and you got to progress.
Is it kind of like a short joke?
Yeah, I think maybe he was just trying to cut the ice when they're like, "Why? No, I couldn't." Maybe it was a joke.
I just think like this is the third time for me to where Tua said something publicly, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're thinking. Prior to the season, remember he had the comments about Tyreek Hill and how like, no, he's not good yet. Like we're not good. Like remember when Tyreek Hill last year after the game where he was like, I'm out, and like I guess he was upset at the time and alluded to I'm not coming back. That spilled into the offseason, and Tua was asked about it in training camp. And he really dug in like, no, he's not good in the locker room yet and stuff like that. And he was saying that publicly. And then a couple weeks ago, we had him, I guess, throwing teammates under the bus, even though he was probably right in saying, guys aren't showing up for meetings. They're late. And then now this. And so I don't know what's going on with Tua. It kind of reads to me that he really wanted to show that he was a leader. And this is his way of showcasing that. Like, it doesn't feel authentic to me, like this style of Tua that he's showing this year, because we haven't seen this from him. And maybe it's just him feeling the pressure. I don't know, but it
could be a misread of the room.
Yeah.
In that, like, there are times you see it occasionally, usually not at the professional level. Well, maybe sometimes that you've got guys that are, quote unquote, supposed to be the leader. And then they do their best impression of what they think that ought to look like.
I think that's
and to them, it looks like holding people accountable in the media, or he just says it's trying to find that way when it's not. You're not just naturally. You don't naturally have that temperament, and you have to kind of force it. Everybody expects the quarterback to be the one guiding the ship, and that's not always the case. But that is the expectation from the coach, and I'm sure a quarterback feels that is like, I got to say something. I'm going to make, and maybe he wasn't able to get the nuance of if guys are late to a meeting, you don't tell the media. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like the thing is, like, that's a fine statement to have, maybe take it to them. But a guy's like, well, here's what it is. And he's just trying to like be honest with the media. And that was his version of I'm completely making stuff up.
Never works. Never works.
But I could see that as being that could explain all those things. Is that you got a guy that's not quite comfortable, doesn't really want to do that, but is kind of feeling the pressure. Like, well, I'm Tua. I got to be the leader of this. They want answers from me, so I need to say something.
Yeah, I mean, I think just this whole thing. I mean, I put pressure on Mike McDaniel in our under pressure situation, and I just see this Miami Dolphin thing just blowing up here. I mean, Tyreek Hill, who knows when we'll see him again. They got a lot of money in him. Obviously, great big contract in Mike McDaniel. Tua's been paid, and obviously just looks like an investment that won't cash out. Just don't see this Dolphins franchise recovering for another 5 years.
It feels to me like they really need to hit the reset button.
They do.
And not just the reset button like halfway, like go all the way. I'm not thinking head coach, you trade off Waddle, you trade off like the valuable pieces that you have. Like, there's no runway right now for this Dolphins team, so I think they need to go back to the bottom and try to create a
quarterback in sight.
That's what
Quinn Ewers, right? They got Quinn Ewers.
Quinn's there, but I don't know if that's, your long-term answer. And you look around that division right now, too. Obviously, Buffalo has things figured out. The New England Patriots now have things figured out as well. So you're not on that level, so you got to find a way to get back there. They're a 1-6 football team that still has games left against Baltimore, Buffalo, Washington, Cincinnati, Tampa, New England. So they got some teams that are clearly better than them. So would not be surprised if they are picking very, very high, which now brings Tua back into the mix as well. So that will be interesting, right? If there's a new regime that comes in and they're picking top 5 or whatever it is, do you go with Tua or do you go elsewhere? I think more times than not, new regimes want their own guy.
They're going to want to go elsewhere.
So they're probably going to want to go elsewhere. The game of the week in the NFL for a lot of people will probably be Green Bay taking on Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers' old team coming into Pittsburgh to take on his new team. Ray Fittipaldo covers the Pittsburgh Steelers for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. We'll check in on Aaron Rodgers, Will Howard, Jack Sawyer, and some other things around the NFL next. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and it's tire time at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Now through October 31st, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to schedule your appointment today, or hurry in to Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin to get those cars ready for winter. And when you think tires, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Bundle up and save with Logan Services. Save on Trane up to $2,000 off a furnace and up to $2,000 off an air conditioner. Plus, pick 2 freebies. It's hard to stop a train, so schedule your free estimate. Logan Services.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $200 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyear's and save up to $200 more. See store for details.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Big Game Preview.
Sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you.
All right, welcome back in. Big Game Preview this week. We're going to lock in on the Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to bring in Ray Fittipaldo, who covers the Pittsburgh Steelers for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Ray, happy Football Friday, my man. How you feeling?
Good afternoon, guys. I'm doing well.
So I want to start with Aaron Rodgers. 6 games in. Steelers in first place right now in the AFC North. Being around Aaron, being there at the practices and obviously these games. Talk about your experience right now and watching the veteran quarterback go about his business so far.
Yeah, he's been really good. Everyone in that building says he's a great teammate, and you can see it on the field too, the way he coaches up his guys. He's very detail-oriented, somewhat of a taskmaster, but those guys really appreciate, Aaron wanting to get them better. And you look at the results through 6 games, 14 touchdown passes, tied for the AFC lead with Patrick Mahomes. He's on pace for 40. He's only hit 40 on 2 other occasions in his career. So he's on pace, guys, for having one of the best seasons ever by a quarterback over 40. Drew Brees had a really good one when he was 42. Brady won a Super Bowl when he was 43. But Aaron is right there if he can continue what he's doing so far this season.
Ray, obviously having a good season so far, and now you switch over into kind of the soap opera side of things. You're going back to Green Bay. What is the feeling like around the team, or is there an effort to try to not make this a sideshow, or is that kind of inevitable that this is just going to be a huge story this week?
Yeah, well, Green Bay is coming here, which is a huge difference for Aaron, because Aaron said it would be much different if he was going back to Lambeau. So he can kind of compartmentalize that, he's going to be in his home stadium. He's playing for the Steelers now. Yeah, it's his old team, but, there's only a few guys who were still there, who are still there now, who were there back in 2021, his final season there. Or, 22, his final season there. So he's been able to, get over that right now. I'm sure he wants to win this football game, but if you listen to Aaron, there's no animosity there. I think initially maybe there was, when they wanted to move on from him, but he knows the way the Packers do business better than anyone. This happened to him in 2005. He had to wait his turn. Then when Jordan Love proved that it was his time, when he was ready to play, Aaron kind of knew that he had to move on. So, not a good couple of seasons for Aaron in New York, but he wanted to find a place where he can have one good final season and just go out on a good note. And so far, it looks like he might have found that with the Steelers.
Absolutely. Want to ask you about the Steelers defense. Just been having trouble, honestly, just getting off the field here. I see it's a crazy stat that most offenses, when they go against the Steelers, they get on average 20 more plays. So I want to ask you, going against Jordan Love in this aerial attack, how does the Steelers defense get off the field? And then also, if I don't get you again, I want to know, was Aaron really pissed when Broderick Jones jumped on him?
He was really pissed, yes. You could see it in his face, and he had a few choice words for Broderick, too. But, a couple of days later, Aaron was like, you know what, Broderick is the first guy who comes and finds me. Like, Broderick's a young dude. He doesn't know any better yet. But, yes, that was a real thing. Getting back to the defense, the Packers have a really good passing attack. They don't have like a true number one that the big stud at the front of their receiving core, but Love spreads it around pretty good. That's a good offense. They're number 8 in the league in scoring, so this is going to be a big test for the Steelers defense. The thing that I've noticed, they're not a great defense in terms of giving up yardage. They are who they are at this point in the season. 375 yards per game, one of the worst teams in the NFL in terms of yards allowed. What they do extremely well is they rush the quarterback well, which saves them on an occasion. And by a product of that, they turn the ball over. Now, they haven't had turnovers the last couple of weeks, and that was a real issue in Cincinnati. But when they're getting turnovers, they could be a defense that's part of the winning formula. You saw that in New England. They turned over the Patriots 5 times. They won that game at the end. They turned over the Vikings. They held on to win that game. So it looks at this point, they're going to be a team that maybe bends but doesn't break. And if they get the turnovers, the Steelers are usually going to be in pretty good shape to at least be in those games, if not win them.
Ray Fittipaldo from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette joining us here on The Fan to lock in on the Steelers taking on the the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers getting a chance to get after his old squad. I want to ask you, Ray, about something that's always out there when we talk about the Steelers, and it's their potential interest in adding help in the wide receiver room. And that's out there again. Do you expect them to be interested in Tyler Lockett or maybe even trading for Jacoby Myers from the Raiders?
Yeah, listen, Omar Khan is a wheeler and dealer. He's been that way since he took over as GM in 2022. So I never put anything past Omar. If there's an opportunity for him to get this team better for the stretch run, there's an opportunity there. You know, they're in first place, and they're actually in a position where they can maybe add to get that done. Omar will do it, but what Omar will not do, he will not mortgage the future just to bring somebody in here who may or may not be a big help. You know, last year they traded a 5th-round pick for Mike Williams. Mike Williams didn't really give them much. So, you know, do you take a chance like that again? Or maybe are you more apt to trade a higher pick, see if you can get somebody, you know, with a little bit more juice left in the tank? That's probably what Omar is going through right now. So they've been very reliant on their tight ends because they don't have a true number 2. So if those tight ends continue to produce, you might not see it. But I would tell people, stay tuned on November 4th. Omar is always the guy who's looking to get the team better.
Absolutely. Got to check in on our Steeler Buckeyes, man. How's our guys? Cam Hayward, Jack Sawyer, Will Howard, Trey Sermon, and Malik Harrison, too. How are our guys doing out there?
Yeah, Will Howard just got off the IR this week. Well, actually, they just opened his practice window, so he's going to be off IR soon, so he'll be back on the 53-man roster. That's a good development for him personally, I think. And Hayward, I mean, it's, you know, talking about Aaron Rodgers this week, defying father time. I mean, Cam Hayward is doing the same thing. I mean, he came into the league in 2011, and he is still the Steelers' best defensive lineman. So he is playing at a high level still. And, you know, I don't know if this is the last year for Cam, but if it is, he's going out on a high note.
It's good stuff. Ray, as always, my man, we appreciate your time and enjoy the game, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you down the road. Thank you.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. See you.
There goes Ray Fittipaldo from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Before we go to break, Dane, you brought it up earlier when we were talking to AR that there was almost a brouhaha between you and a college kid when you were at a Purdue game, basketball game, years ago.
Yeah.
Expand, please.
You're doing this right now.
Yeah, because we got to do it before we leave today.
Yeah, it was just I was trying to explain that I've worn the IU stripes enough that I'm allowed to be critical when I want, because I've been in the trenches with this. Yeah, we were at Mackey in West Lafayette and Purdue, and this was like last year, so I'm not 2 years ago. So this is not like a young college thing. So I thought it was going to be more of a friendly rivalry than it was, okay? I just rolled in there with my IU sweatshirt on thinking it was going to be hunky-dory. These guys were not having it. So, like, from the moment we got in there, we were getting real heckled, actually yelled at. So I had to put on my, I don't have to do that often. I don't wear fan gear into, enemy territory much. Yeah. And it was relentless. So, I'm like, all right. Let's just get to our seat, and then it'll be safe there. It wasn't safe there either. We're like, okay, this is going to be a long day because IU was getting walloped too. Yeah. So we were coming back up. We went to the concessions during gameplay because the safest place was to be when everybody was down there, I'm catching it from all angles. There wasn't that many people. It was during game. So we got soft pretzels or something, and we're walking back up. And as I'm going back up the steps, there was a kid right on the aisle that was holding out his middle finger as far as he could, just right in our faces.
Fully extended. Full elbow extension.
The problem was, so my wife was in front of me. She was going up the stairs, and he had it an inch from her, and I just saw red.
Mm-hmm. What's it, uppercut angle?
I get that. It was it was something of I don't know if protective or whatever it was, because I wasn't going to get, obviously I'm in a.
Did I'm not you slap it out her face?
No. I grabbed his wrist with some kind of dad strength and shoved it into his chest and sat him back down to the point where I saw it in his eyes that this was this kind of half drunk college kid was oh.
Wait, did you think you looked old to that guy?
I must have.
Do you look like an old guy to him?
I don't know, but it was something. It didn't feel like it wasn't. It was clear to both of us. This is not a college kid confrontation. Yeah. This is dad telling you to chill out.
Yeah.
And so
I love it.
It was. I was back in my seat before I realized, and I was like, "What was that?" Like,
I'm wilding right
I was
now.
lucky because how would that have been? What if he wanted to fight me
That's what
back
I'm
and then
saying.
like in the stands? He didn't. But
you
it was
would've
like
got jumped.
I would have got jumped.
Yeah.
It was a poor decision, but I was like, that's as close
you
as I've had
had
to a fight in over a decade.
Yeah. Well-
because I was like, I couldn't do nothing and have him.
You had
I
to-
don't know.
well, no,
so
because
I like sat him down, and I just can
Did you
still
say
see
anything?
the.
You remember saying anything to him?
You blacked
Oh
out.
yes, no, I do.
You
I
blacked
did.
Can you say it on the air? What you
Can
say?
you say ASS on the air?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
My wife still makes fun of me because it's such a dad comment to me. I grabbed his wrist, pushed in his chest. I said, "Don't be an ass."
You're a dad. You're a dad, man.
That's the real story. And I was to my seat before I looked back and was like, "What just happened down there?"
You zipped your zipper up on your quarter zip.
I had my quarter zip all the way up. I was like, "You okay, honey?"
My shirt got
That's
untucked
great.
when I did that.
We had to get that story out, and it was better than I expected. We'll hit the finish line of the show in week next with Tell the Truth. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
The only workplace in America to participate in the Doorknob Fart Game. And we also play office basketball and sometimes do radio. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
I knew that the first hour and a half of my day was going to be excruciating pain. I mean, it was so much pain, it literally brought tears to my eyes.
Dad to a prominent Ohio basketball family, Satch Sullinger was determined to find relief. And that's exactly what happened.
QC Kinetics, they are awesome. This is my body that they're using to repair itself. And so who wouldn't want to go for that?
QC Kinetics natural treatments got Satch's attention. Finally, a way to get rid of that pain in his knees without going under the knife. And best of all, they used his own healing properties to give him relief.
Since I've been having the treatment, I can go up and down steps. So I'm getting better. And my golf game shows it because I'm starting to hit the ball a little bit better now.
Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics treatments. Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus and call today for your complimentary consultation. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. Again, 208-4544. QC Kinetics.
Did someone say jackpot? The Ohio Lottery's Mega Millions jackpot is at least $680 million. That's $680 million. Jackpots start at $50 million and grow faster than ever. Play today and pick up the new $5 Win Big Scratch Off. It has a top prize of $100,000, and non-winning tickets can be entered into My Lotto Rewards for a chance to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets, and even a trip to football's biggest game. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
College is great. You know what else is great? Pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of the Ohio State University. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My sinks gurgle, they barely drain. The toilet overflowed. I plunge all day with no luck. What's wrong with this commode?
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free.
Guaranteed. Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing. 614-NEW-ROOF. NewmanRoofing.com.
Join our resident gambling degenerates Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas for On the Money Sunday morning at 9.
Presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
All the action, none of the responsibility. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Patriot Air Comfort Systems and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com now.
All right, TLC, take us to the crib. What do you got and tell the truth today?
All right, I got a friend of mine who just confessed that he had to take some drastic measures. He didn't want to do this, and he feels really bad about it because he feels like a Karen.
Okay.
He filed a noise complaint against one of his neighbors.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
So now this is more of an apartment living type of question than a homeowning type of question, but what would it take for you to file a noise complaint against one of your neighbors? Could you do that?
So I've actually been there, and this was at my previous apartment, and the person below me.
Where the woman was stalking you?
No, that was not that apartment. Not that apartment. But the person below me just played music that was ridiculously loud. Like, because I'm, like, you know, living in dorm. Like, I've experienced that. I know what it is, right? You hear things. You're used to it. But this was just absurd. And so this had literally gone on for probably like 2 to 3 weeks at this level almost every day. And so it just got to that point where I went down to their apartment first just to say, hey, you know what I mean? Like, can we just turn it down a little bit, right? I can survive that way. They didn't care.
What was the response?
They went back to playing music at the same level. So then I just had to take it.
Did they pretend like they were going to stop, though?
Yeah, they were like, okay, I got you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. That happened for about a day. And then a couple days after that, they were back to their BS. So then I had to and then take it to the next level. So I did file a noise complaint then. But I feel like I gave them enough grace before I did that. And I approached it with them first before I went elsewhere.
Yeah, that's not really, I don't think he should feel like a Karen about that. There's a level, like there's a line that you can't, I can't live with this. This is way too loud, but me going over there is not going to solve any problem. Now, I don't think I've ever personally done it. I mean, right now, I don't know what the situation. Like, I know my neighbors well, and I don't think they're going to.
2 kids and it's loud. You're going over there now.
No, but they're not going to do. They're
going
to let me know. I didn't pee. I live in the suburbs, dude. Like, you're not like.
That story was told 5 minutes ago, and it's already being stressed.
Yeah. No, I live in a suburb and have like normal neighbors. I don't think they're going to be raging. So yes, if it was like a way out of, they would let me know if they were going to do some kind of party. If I was living in like apartment living, though, those walls are thin, man. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
You might throw an anonymous tip there to the management company or something.
Yeah, I think that's probably I've had noise complaints called on me over my kid when I lived in an apartment in Canada. So I'm like total opposite of like, I just can't believe this lady. Like, I mean, I just had it's just Drew just running around the apartment being a kid on a bike, and she's like,
wait, what?
Noise complaints. So I've had them called on me over my kid.
No, he's riding a bike inside?
Well, like, you know, he have like the TLC. They have these little tight things the kids jump on. You know, like they make noise on a hardwood floor. And so she's called.
Did you guys live up top?
We lived above.
Okay, so I can understand. So hearing that.
So, but also like, Maddie, if you came to my door, I would have told you the same thing I told her. It's my kid.
Don't be
Get the hell off of my porch, my apartment porch. Get out of here. No. He's not gonna minimize his life so you can have a soft evening, bro. Like,
you gave her the get off my lawn?
Yeah. I was like, they've been called. I don't know, man. It's a tough situation for me. If the shoes were flipped, I probably wouldn't because I've had it called on me before. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, this lady was tripping.
Dane, happy birthday.
It's your birthday, Dane?
No, but that's a present right there. Anytime I can take. My birthday was on the 13th.
Yeah, it takes you.
Anytime I can get AK getting hit with a fish in the chest audio.
the crowd reaction, all of it is just, it's perfect. All of it is good. What do you got next, TLC?
We got National Greasy Food Day tomorrow. Where is your favorite place to get a burger?
Best place to get a burger. A lot of good options.
I'll give you a start just to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Now, it's not something that you can get all the time, but when you get it, it hits, and that is Five Guys.
You know, Five Guys did pop into my head for whatever reason. Maybe it's because it feels like that's a true greasy burger.
That's not just fast food. That is legit.
Good go. You got one, Dane, or you want me to go?
I don't.
What immediately popped into my brain, and it was one of the moments I had where when I took a bite into the burger, I did say to myself, or ask myself, is this one of the best burgers I've ever had? And I did have that experience one time at North Star Cafe at Easton. The burger on that menu was absolutely legit. So I'll just throw out North Sar Cafe at Easton. Their burger got it done for me at a high level.
North Star Cafe, if you're listening, Matty Ice likes your burgers. I'm going to go Preston's or Sexton's for me. Those are Preston's on North High and Sexton's in Gahanna. Those are good ones for me.
Sexton's the pizza place?
They have a burger place, have a burger bar.
Really?
Yeah, it is really good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. Yep.
Yeah, I haven't, I don't think I've had a burger in a while, but it would have to be somewhere on the line of that. Like, you're not going to waste it on a fast food burger. Yeah, if you're going to actually do it.
Got to go and get only a burger.
Yeah. I think the last time I had a burger was like Rusty Bucket or something. It was all right. It was good.
Yeah, listen.
But I have had the North Star burger. It's very good.
It was legit, right?
Very good.
It was legit.
Really good.
You could always go down the path with Thurman's. Like Thurman's, you can go in there and get you a good burger. Another sneaky good place is The Rail. The Rail has good burgers as well, so check them out if you haven't been there.
Someone in the YouTube chat requested this one.
I was working his wife.
There you go. I think he's talking about Evan Cohen at Radio Row.
Yeah. Oh, man. Shout out to AR.
Texas Tech hates fun. So this from the AP. Texas Tech is banning the throwing of tortillas by fans on kickoffs after the 14th ranked Red Raiders were penalized twice and fined for objects being thrown onto the field in their most recent home game. Athletic Director Kirby Hocutt said Monday fans entering the stadium would be instructed to discard tortillas, and there would be reminders before kickoff for anyone who took tortillas in to give them to the stadium workers in order for them to be thrown away. Anyone caught throwing tortillas would have their ticket privileges revoked from the rest of the academic year across all sports.
Are we talking like soft tortillas? I didn't see this story.
So it's become a bit of a tradition at Texas Tech. I don't know why.
Like they chuck them like Frisbees?
Yes.
Just throwing them up like graduation caps. Just throw them in the air.
Yeah, like how we hold our shoes up on kickoff.
Yes,
Yeah,
like that.
it's like
but just
their thing.
for whatever reason, they throw tortillas, and now apparently some of those tortillas made it onto the field, and now they're not allowed to do it anymore.
It's probably best to get in front of that tradition. That one can't live for very long.
I
feel like that's too obscure. Like maybe one game it's funny, a couple games later it becomes a thing and you're laughing, but at a certain point you can't have in every game we're throwing tortillas. That gets so might as well.
Yeah, I'm
not that mad.
It attracts birds too.
I'm with that.
Yeah, we don't.
I showed the Catholic school with a dashiki on. I do.
That's one of my new favorite jobs.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
let's hit the
that is pretty good.
Semicolon, comma, ... dash.
Thank you, Tim May. The soundtracks of Rothman and Ice.
There's Tell the Truth for today. Fellas, appreciate you coming in on a Friday. We'll do this again on Monday. Just a reminder for everybody. On Mondays at 1 o'clock, we have a segment just for you called The Floor is Yours. The phone lines will be open. You want to call in, talk about your sports teams, what's happening in your life, whatever you want to get off your chest, get ready for that on Monday. Also, a reminder, if you miss anything from our show, you can always catch up wherever you get your podcast, where Bet365 is the sponsor of the Rothman and Ice podcast. Subscribe to the pod as well. Common Man and Timmy coming up next. No Common Man today. Scotty Vegas is in for Common Man. Jake Diebler joins the boys at 5:19. TLC, great job on the board.
Thank you.
Folks, we love you. Stay safe. We will talk to you on Monday. We're Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
1, 2, 3. Here at The Fan is always football o'clock. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL.